Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sin Providence episode 24. Thank you for being patient as we get the show going a little bit later than usual today. Uh, as you can see, our party is a little different than last week. So, welcome back to the show, Dot, who wasn't supposed to be here. Surprise. Good to have you.
Hey, that's
Maggie
what
and
bad weather
Josh.
does. You can't get out
I
and do
know.
anything, y'all. So my plans got canceled.
Yes, heads
I
up.
still think maybe Dot should just do behind the scenes. And
I told,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
look, I
Dad's
told Matt, I
Dad's
was like, if you
"Let
ain't got
me,
plans for me today, my ass will just sit here, and I'll just run production and sit in my pajamas and watch. Like, okay,
Janet
I'm
has
fine.
I was joking with Dot that like I'm like you're just here because you don't want Betty and Leon to get
to
into
do it all
something.
alone. Yeah, no, I'm here
Yeah.
because who else is going to take notes? Who's
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
do our
Me.
conspiracy theory? Yeah, I guess that's true. Josh will be the other conspiracy theorist.
I'm excited for Janet to get together with you two because there is a lot Janet needs to sit you down with, ask questions about because she needs information that she cannot get cleanly from David no matter how hard she tries. And also she needs to like run
It's like
stuff by
talking
you.
to a poem. You get out of it what you want when you talk to it, like what you, yeah. It's all up for grabs. I need some I need sentences with periods. You know.
That's funny.
We'll
Look,
see how.
I'm
what
an
kind of day it is.
illusionist. I'm not here for full sentences.
Yeah, and I'm Malkavian, so I think you're on your own there.
Yeah. Yeah, Janet's kind of surrounded by insane people,
Yeah.
unfortunately for her.
Honestly, though, I feel like that's probably why Leon and Betty get each other. We just talk in like chaotic messages, but we understand. Like it's
Yeah.
like, you know, when you see two twin toddlers talking to each other and they have their own language,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that, I feel like.
What's to say about me if I understand what the conversation the toddlers are having?
Yeah,
You're the
who
parent,
am I
then.
to judge
Yeah,
them?
yeah. Who am I exactly?
Because parents know what their kids are saying, and other people are
That's
like,
very true.
what did they
We're
just
gonna
say?
we're gonna jump in here in a second. As always, just a shout out to everybody here supporting us. If you want to go ahead and support us, following us here on Twitch, following us over at YouTube which is youtube.com/adpodbynight, jumping into our Discord, all the free ways, letting people know that the show exists is the best way to do so. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can do so by subscribing here to Twitch or heading over to patreon.com as well. Supports all of our coming ventures, as there is another venture in the Pod by Night universe coming back for its final season-ish. We'll see. But yeah, we got Crack Crown. It's going to be season 3 is going to be in the next few. We're going to get recording to that in the next couple months. So
I can also say, for those of you that have been so patient and supportive, in our finale of SOS, the audio drama, we'll call it, for lack of a better term, I have pretty much gotten a final cut. We're pretty close. So what Dot needs is an hour, because I've been told it's about an hour, everybody. So it's
I'm
an
excited.
hour audio book. I need to go listen to it. So what Dot needs is a free hour to go listen to it and make sure that it's good and clean. There are no problems, and then we can do a final cut. So just know we are super duper close, everybody. So those of you that have been
Oh
patient,
my gosh,
it is almost time.
I'm so
close.
excited. We
Yeah.
we did our read through like so
Like champs.
I mean, on it, like it was so good. I was like, man, we all could do some.
I was really, yeah, the team came together, you know. Obviously I am not an acclaimed writer. Okay, writing is not, I'm okay
What?
at it, but it's not my best thing. But we all really came together with some writing chops to like bring the essence of that finale for those of you that did not get to see it live.
yeah,
To
like we
the
made sure all the
table.
major plot beats were correct. That
I
finale,
literally
for the
went
most
roll
part,
by roll, y'all, to make sure that like the peak rolls, like the one where Maggie rolled a freaking 13 or 14, made it into narrative, right? Like
Yeah.
not calling out a roll, but like making sure that the essence of that moment was there. Like we did there's a reason it took us over a year to make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with Twitch having switched when it did and losing fucking VODs means, it's all based on memory. Luckily, though, like Dot said,
We
that
took
shit
a
is-
lot of notes
Yeah,
between all of
my
us.
notes, Maggie's
Mhm.
notes, Tracy's notes, everybody brought stuff to the table. They had passes on their own dialogue because you want it to sound like the person playing the character instead of being written by others. So I was I think we're good. And then we're using a new editor, everyone. Kirk, who actually does a lot of our overlays and things
Yep.
of that nature for us, is taking that up since editors are just hard to come by. Gosh, they're hard.
Oh, yeah.
Great editors are hard to come by. So he's giving his first go, and there's a probability, if this goes well, he's going to join us for the editing in Full Circle here. Stitch of Fate. No, not Stitch
Crack
Fate.
Crown.
Crack Crown.
CC.
Thank you. That was the first. Oh my god.
Yeah, close enough. We've done a lot of
Same,
shit.
Stitch
same
Fate again.
characters,
Yeah.
different
It's
story.
the same universe and all
But
that
yeah,
Same
stuff.
shit, different day.
really,
Kirk's great, Kirk's great.
really good stuff. So just some updates for y'all that things have been going on in the background. We just we appreciate you letting us get through the holidays and such.
Yeah, I'm excited for that to hit. I'm excited to read what people say about it because I remember the finale was very emotional. So it was
And then
a lot of fun
add
to
the
revisit.
2-hour post-mortem where we go season by season and talk about stuff. Like it was
That's right. Yeah,
the
that's right.
post-mortem is
Is that already up?
it was past a bit. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
that's
right,
Bentham.
right.
Yeah, that's a Bentham question. We could go ask Bentham. The goal, I
Yeah.
think, is for them it all to come out. We don't want to spoil too much,
Gotcha.
but either way,
Yeah.
you'll have everything that we have regarding the finale of SOS very soon.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Also, I did put stuff on my shelves. I just haven't so I'm
Aw,
slowly
yeah,
getting through some things
yeah.
too.
Ooh.
Yeah, your little space
Life
come
is
together.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
I have
follow.
those exact totes. the yellow
Oh,
cap.
same.
I have
The
so
black,
many
the
of
black and
these.
yellows. Yep.
Yep.
Everything
Yes.
goes in one.
That's
They're
how we
so
moved
good.
all of our stuff this time, and honestly love it. But I will say this: it does kind of make you take longer to put your stuff away. 'Cause with the cardboard ones, you're like, I gotta do this, or the cardboard's gonna come apart, or whatever. But this you're like, it'll be fine in that box for another year.
Yeah, that's the danger, man. Like I have a whole half my garage is boxes and totes that are just never been open since moving in.
Oh
and
no,
just
I don't live that
probably
life
won't.
anymore.
One is my sewing stuff, which I have not done cosplay stuff in a
I was
long
about to
time,
say,
and the
yeah.
other one is my painting. So that's what those two boxes are, and I haven't gotten to do any painting in a long time either.
Well,
So
if you take it all out of the box, you can paint again, Maggie.
yeah.
mean, there's a
with
reason-
time. I'm working like 16-hour shifts. There's just like not time. So that's the hard
That's
part.
fair.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, shall we play the game, everybody? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Would you
Without
like to
further
play
ado,
a
then,
game?
let's set the scene, rein things in, and the coterie
you
has
like
a
to play
name,
a
but you
game?
guys
Wait,
don't know
don't
it yet.
tell them
Oh, that's
because
right. I'm not gonna say
they
it.
didn't
Fuck.
want to
All
be
right.
part of the coterie,
I
so
almost
they
said
don't get a
it.
team jersey.
I don't
Should I
want to be.
plug my ears? You want
No,
me to step
you'll-
away?
No,
I
no,
don't know if
the
Janet
way-
will ever
yeah.
tell you. Will Janet even have a reason? Will you tell them in
Well,
game?
I imagine now that there's a name, people will start using it to reference us. I look for it. Yeah, I might. We'll
'Cause
see. Let's see how the
basically what
conversation
happened
goes.
was-
Can we
April
guess?
Bosley showed up for her
Yeah,
checkup, and
yes,
she's like, "Should I just
Josh,
refer to you as
I-
the coterie then? Like,
I
what
would
do you
love
want?"
nothing more than you to guess.
Just judging by what the mission we've been sent on by the Tremere is probably something along the lines of box nerds.
The box nerd,
The boxcar kids.
the boxcar kids. Oh my
Maggie,
God.
how do you feel about this?
I don't know.
No,
I can't tell you if you're right or wrong.
So this is the
Mathis
like
keeps
this
calling
is
us pod
this is-
people because we're living in containers.
Yeah, yeah. That's not the name of the coterie, unfortunately.
the pod people.
just
Oh
more
my
boxes.
gosh.
It's just big metal boxes.
That's it. That's the empire they build. Is
Chat,
just those-
don't spoil it for them. Don't you spoil it in chat because I can
Oh,
feel
don't-
one of you out there. Your fingers started. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
they're itching. They're
They're
sweating.
itching. Yeah, you better put those itchy people. Put your itchy fingers away.
So, without further ado, then, sorry, let's see what our coterie and crew has been up to. And today, as our camera fades in on this particular evening, everybody go ahead and make me rouse checks.
Oh yeah.
God damn
that
it.
thing.
I know, and make sure you heal yourselves if there was any willpower that needed to be healed.
Oh yeah. I gotta do the heal. I should have done that first.
All
but-
right, success. And
Uh,
I very much would like my willpower back, please.
Give me that willpower.
I was at 3 hunger last time I played, apparently.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you
If
hungry?
you just want to make a hunting roll for me, we can have that represent feeding in between.
Snack time.
Don't forget, if y'all want, the
He gets more
demiplane
hungry.
sheets, your demiplane sheets are connected.
Oh, yeah.
Look, it's
I know change is hard. I know. I'm not. I am not forcing you.
I have
am
both
just a
of them
reminder.
up right now, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't.
I'm not dealing with that right now.
Hey, that is okay, everybody. No, you're not being forced. It was just an option.
Look, I'm still getting used to Instagram's new layout. Okay.
I'm just tired of Instagram changing the
changed it?
dang dimensions every
They
time I
keep
turn
moving,
around.
and like you get a habit of like hitting that one button, and then you're like, oh, now I gotta hit the other one.
My life
Bug
as a human is
patterns,
so
man.
hard.
No, that's seriously, that's what my magical entity told me. Being a human's annoying.
Oh god.
Mm,
Maggie, or rather,
Yeah.
who did I ask for a roll from?
me, sorry.
Right,
I'm
right.
Going through it.
I was
There we
He's
go.
struggle busting over there.
one. Oh God, yeah, you feed.
I
You're
order
at
in.
3, so you
Jeez,
can
a
go down to
5?
101. That's a crazy. And if
5?
need be, you could always technically feed off of Magpie. You don't have any
Ew.
dots in herd, right?
I have 1 dot in hurt. That is
Okay,
what Connor is. The
Right,
the
Remember
lol player.
Connor, the little gamer nerd?
Yeah, he's a little gamer
How
nerd.
could you
It's his herd.
forget?
That's right. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
he's pretty easy to forget, honestly. He just
Yeah,
kind of
that's his
like
whole point. That's the
blends
whole point.
in.
He's just there.
We forget he's
gaming.
there sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, as we
He's
fade
probably an
into
FBI agent.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He's an SI
Yeah,
just
exactly.
waiting for his opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Undercover as a nerd.
We're never. This game's not going anywhere, Mathis. This is today. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, it's just we're building Connor's backstory for the next 3 hours of like this man that
Okay.
nobody cares about.
I'm down.
It's the actual sounds of the like humming computers and the clacking of instead of just no, it's actually just one. The single keyboard as our camera fades into a familiar electronic and computer shop. And it is Connor slouched with a completely empty can of green Monster next to him and an open bag of Funyun rings down to the last half rings and powder that sit at the bottom. And he's somewhere deep in a League of Legends match as always, looking like he's on the losing side of things as our camera slowly pans through. But as it pushes past Connor and he like scritches the back of his head real quick and we can hear him on our left as we push by him, we actually see a delivery guy in his brown UPS outfit, quickly having Magpie on the other side of the counter sign for something as he turns to leave. And as he turns and he walks by camera, we see Magpie picking up a couple of boxes off the counter, bring them into the back room. And as the door swings open and our camera stays just behind Magpie, moving into the back room, we actually see Leon surrounded by security equipment, some of it half open, some of it half set up. We've got a bundle of wires connected to some CCTV cameras that are in the corner, a couple of hard drives that are being set up. And right now you're currently tippy tapping away at the computer because the other night, just maybe 24 hours, maybe 48 hours ago, you had the idea of stuffing traffic, of creating a kind of ghost in the machine when it came to the quarry. Would you like to explain Leon's thought of what this is before I start calling for a roll immediate? Because we talked off camera about it.
Janet asked for security. And what is better than passive security? And that is active security. Leon had the idea of basically creating a botnet that helped him get pings on when people were searching for the quarry or Minecraft Michael or whatever
It's Minecraft Marty.
Minecraft Morty, whatever.
Just like it's Barnacle Bill and not Barnacle Jack, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, good. Continue.
And basically set up an active alarm system for any suspicious activity around what is otherwise an entirely innocuous quarry. Why would anyone be looking for it unless they're trying to order a bunch of stones? And that is what he is kind of setting up, as well as traditional security like fences and cameras and like keypads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He needs to know that if he's going to spend more time with these bloody people, they're not going to get instantly swatted or something stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And for I'm looking up, is there a merit called hidden, or am I misremembering something? I have to look it up later. Because there's some limits to what you...
Yes, there are some merits.
It's a Haven merit. That
It's
I'm
a
thinking
Haven.
of
It's
specifically.
Haven based, and it's based on the security. And basically, what happens is how many
Yes.
dots in security I buy goes against whosever role it is to find us. And I have 2.
Okay, cool. So that'll be part of it. You have 2 points in hidden.
No, I have 2 points in Haven security.
Haven security, which brings you to hidden. Okay, that'll be the next step then. So for the first, as our camera kind of pushes back, just like a refresher. Leon is tall, is he not? Like he's pretty goddamn tall.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
What,
we see
what
him
did I say? 6'5" or something?
Yeah, exactly. So you see him sitting in his regular sized office chair, slightly hunched over, tippy tapping away. And what you're looking at Leon to do at this point is like SEO poisoning. It's not that the quarry is even high on the search of SEO rankings, but the fact that Janet is putting money and work into the quarry is going to start
Through
bringing
the mob,
attention
nonetheless.
through them. Yeah. And so if anybody were to Google it, honestly, because it's so unoften searched, it'd be the first thing to fucking pop up. So
Yeah.
SEO poisoning, your IP masking, those usual things. So,
And like a honeypot website. I think that would be really useful.
so yeah. Okay. So like we'll see how many successes you roll to see if you get that up there. I'm going to need an intelligence technology roll for this. And depending on the successes you roll, will determine what you are able to do. Are there any advantages that will play into this that you have?
I have hacking specialty. Advantage wise, I have an internet cafe. And I have contact with Optimus Prime Rib. She is my friend.
Unless you're reaching out to have her help you with this, which would
Just like these
allow this
names.
person to know of the security measures taking place in the quarry.
Yeah, no, never
It's up
mind.
to you.
It's like y'all put him
last
with that
time I
8-year-old
tried
in
that,
the
she
room,
tried
and you
to-
were like, name these people.
Yeah, but I will give you 1d10 for Janet's having 2 already in security. Granted, they're not properly active yet, obviously, because you're still putting everything in. But you've already spent the experiences from her prior one. I'll give that as an advantage 1d10 to this roll. Do you want to rouse as well and add 2d10 to this roll?
How secure do you want this place?
How
So-
secure?
I think
that's
it's
not,
worth it.
how secure? How willing is Leon to put in the effort here?
I think the
Doesn't
bigger
matter
question is, how
Janet
bad
wants
do
it,
you
'cause-
want to let Janet down?
Because like Janet is going to tell
Oh.
you, you're going to do your hardest. I want the most. But is Leon in character when he is alone without Janet pressuring him and he has Magpie with him? Is he truly like thinking about, okay, Janet is like wants X, Y, Z, or are you like, I can get away with, or just like you're not that you're not trying, but you're not necessarily
yeah.
like sweating bullets trying to make sure you do everything right.
I
You have
think
to
just
you have to
this
look
once.
tickle the balls of Leon. How does he respond?
Just this once, he's going to sweat some bullets on this one. So he did a rouse check, which is fine.
Okay.
But also, I think he's not necessarily worried about disappointing Janet. It's more that
Scared of Janet.
he's terrified of the people that might try and find him or them. Fuck.
Sure.
Well, that could have been better.
It's like you critical. You did critical.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
6
six.
successes.
What do you mean?
You got 6 successes.
That's
Would
not
you like
bad.
to
mean,
you
how
haven't done
many
better,
more of them? It's up to you. It's up to you. You don't have to. You have
How do you have so
literally
many
you
dice,
just
you
have 6 to
fledgling?
re-roll, so you could re-roll 3 of them, obviously.
He's so
I
smart.
got 4 bonus dice, 1 from my specialty, 1 from Mathis, and then 2 from blood
Yeah, he
Oh my
roused.
God.
He
on
got
top
two
of
two
being
extra
a
D10.
smarty pants.
So do you want to
I'm
re-roll
not going to
3 of them?
re-roll. No.
Okay. So you spend probably I don't know. I'm not a coder, so I don't know how actually long this would take. In my mind,
At
this is like a
least-
couple nights of work, but like maybe
With
it's
AI
less.
now? No, I'm
Maybe
just
up
kidding.
to a
That's
week.
true. Yeah, with AI. No, you know what? It's the world of darkness, but there is no AI in the world of darkness.
Yeah,
Okay.
we love
Technology
this.
stagnated to never get to that point, and we're never
The
going to have AI.
Inquisition
in this
came.
fucking goddamn stupid fucking
I
goddamn
love it.
stupid AI.
Nosferatu
Anyway,
nixed that.
yeah, the Nosferatu make sure that never comes into play. Honestly, it's probably like the technocracy who probably is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very.
They're like, AI, that sounds like
Awesome.
heresy.
Yeah, that sounds like a god, a digital god. So with 6 successes, obviously the basic shit is covered. You're gonna have a VPN of your own making and some encrypted folders and stuff that it won't stop a dedicated hacker of a higher skill level than you or Second Inquisition, God forbid they ever. You don't have the skill to stop government funded fucking hacking, but anything else you do. And on top of that, you are feeding custom scripts that will feed false data to trackers. You think like anything that searches for, I imagine, like Janet Janetti specifically, that name, results now points to like different shell companies across the US, like in Seattle or in Maine, or a dead end social media profile for someone that lives in fucking like Wyoming or something, you know, like that's what you spend a lot of that time doing on top of like creating a kind of nest egg VPN. You're working on the honeypot. I was literally looking for 7 successes for the honeypot to wrap, which is why I was like, you sure you don't want to reroll? But we'll say it's in progress. It's something that you're maybe working on over the course of time. The other big part of, and this is a benefit that comes with Janet kind of doing her hidden haven security feats, is that like the physical location itself is you're able to kind of disconnect it from any digital registry. There's no Wi-Fi name associated with the address, and you're able to create, I would consider, like a digital shadow of this thing where like the address is on Google Maps, but the image or what have you is like corrupted or wiped, or it's an older image or whatever it is Leon decides to do. You're even able to kind of go through and wipe that aspect with 6 successes on top of that. So is there anything else that Leon, I think, would he's specifically looking to accomplish with this that I am maybe leaving out? Just to make sure.
No, I think just for fun, he sets up an email address that's like janetjanetti@quarry.com.
Yeah.
If anyone ever tries to email that, he gets a big like flashing red light.
Yeah. I like that. And this isn't like, just so you know, like, Leon would understand this. This isn't like a set it and forget it kind of system. If anything ever happens that you may need to roll, I may need to have you roll again to scrub digital footage or what have you. Like, this isn't a permanent thing. If you want to move toward a more permanent, secure setup, I'm looking at, I think, and you would need to, well, you could set it up where we could talk about that if you do it, but a point of resources would get you in like an in-house server that you could use to house all your data internally, not using Google or cloud servers, but you would need a like black box tech high-end servers, and it would require resources check to attain that, which Leon doesn't have and Janet kind of has, but that's just a future thing if you want to write that. I don't know if that's something that Leon has any intent, but that's another thing I'm thinking about, is like, without it being in-house in a physical server, it is always out there on the internet somewhere if somebody decides to spend enough time and resources to try and crack it. Not that you've drawn that kind of attention. Okay, cool. So as you're typing that away, all that happens, and as you're doing that, you hear Magpie kind of plop some boxes, and he kind of just clears his throat, almost letting you know he's getting your attention, not to like interrupt you if you're in the flow of coding. And he's like, Mr. Leon, Mr. Leon sounds kind of weird, huh? Should I just call you Leon?
You should call me Leon.
Yeah. He kind of points at a couple of the boxes, and he bends down and picks up a couple really thick Ethernet cords and puts them in another empty box. He's like, these 2 and this one I'm bringing over to Miss Janetti's tonight. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be bringing? And he just kind of points at some of the other stuff. He's like, I'm going to just drop this off in the offices. You don't want me to hook any of this up, right? That's you?
That's me. There's some stuff the cameras will set up later. I also got you some new hard drives and some new they're very high data capacity cables. It's like a SATA cable, but for your brain.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Why?
I don't know, just in case you want to do something weird again.
I don't really want to. Is this like a not so subtle hint that I'm going to have to?
I think we should be prepared.
Oh God. For what? I thought I told you everything.
You did. No. This is just in the eventuality that you know something that you need to get out of your head.
I didn't do that. I haven't done it since. It's just that one time. I only did it that one time because the man turned my pet inside out.
No. I'm not
and
blaming
if he knows
you.
that I made a backup, I told you this. He will kill me. And
No.
probably.
There's no backup. I don't care about that. That's fine. We're not going over that. No, I'm just curious, and I want you to be the best weird little pseudo magic man that you can be. Because I want to know if you can do any other spells.
I'm just happy being not killed by Janet.
Oh, well, that's up to you. I can't. If you say something stupid, that's not on me.
That's the thing. I don't know. to Janet what's stupid, because sometimes she just gets mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're A, really annoying, and B, I don't think you get it yet. So
Listen, I greatly appreciate everything you've done for me, Leon.
you don't have to be
Genuinely.
polite.
Yes, but Janet didn't give me a choice. I had to stick around. You can't be mad that I'm me when she made me stay. I could have been with my parents. You could have left me out in fucking New York.
Yeah. That's the
Did I tell
thing.
you she hit me with her car? Were you there?
No, I wasn't there for that.
She
Sorry.
hit me
I shouldn't
with
laugh.
her vehicle. David
You have no
showed
proof.
up at my parents' door without Naya. Hello? My dad apparently shot him, but I took that
I
opportunity
heard
to
about
dip.
that.
And I was running across the street, and who shows up in her car, waiting around the corner like a fucking creep? Then Janet, and she runs me off the road. I didn't want to be here, man. Not that, again, you've done a lot for me, and I appreciate that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just wondering if you want to do more magic. That's all. I'm trying to help.
He takes like a deep breath, really realizing like you're just like, look, hey, and kind of making him realize he's being a bit neurotic. And he takes a deep breath and he's like, takes a moment. He's like, look, that stuff's really cool, but that shit almost ruined my life entirely. If I have to, I will. But if I don't have to, I don't know if I want to touch that stuff again. That was a rabbit hole that had no end. Learning about that stuff fucked me. Fucked me.
Yeah, well, I mean, same. Don't you want to be prepared? Anyway, we've got plenty of time to figure that out.
Right. Anyway, so, and he kind of goes back to the boxes. Then just this stuff, then I'll just drop it off.
Yeah, you don't want to stay? Come with me?
Oh, you're coming? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd much preferred if you were coming. You laugh
Cool,
and he just stares at you like uncomfortably, and he like kind of scratches at his arm a little bit. Okay, so I'll just pack up the car then. And he just picks up the boxes and shuffles his way out. You sit there for another 30 or so minutes, kind of tippy tapping away at the computer, finishing up, kind of doing the, like I said, the security measures that you wanted to. And you pile up and head into the car. Do you let Connor know or anything, or do you just leave? I don't know. Do you ever say goodbye to Connor, or is it an unspoken relationship that he knows you come and go, and he sort of has free reign to come and go as well?
Yeah, I think basically that's how it is. Either half the time they just never speak. Sometimes he's like saying goodbye and Connor doesn't listen. Or sometimes Connor says goodbye and he doesn't listen. But this time I think as they leave, Leon just forgets about him, doesn't say anything, and locks the door.
Yeah,
and then he's off.
And he's off. And we see our camera kind of pulls up and above the little electronic computer shop as we hear the door shut, and outside of the alleyway, the car pulls out in the street and moves into traffic. As you make your way off to the quarry, our camera fades for a bit, and we move back. And it's about a week's time since last you've seen Janet, just so you know, both of you. As our camera cuts and fades, it actually picks back up away from the quarry, not anywhere actually near the quarry in this moment. Betty, you've put out feelers for some time now when it came to a particular, a couple of individuals that were both that were given to you by Leon and your own personal interests. And all information has eventually pointed to a place over by the docks that you know exists. You've been to less than a handful of times in your time in Boston for as long as you've been here. Mostly because I'd say you probably, Betty would likely not have a reason to swing over this way all that often, or maybe she just doesn't like it. I'll leave it up to you. But you are going to go to what's known as a courier bar. This is something that in the one you're going to irregularly, like quote unquote, meets or opens up once a month or so. And this is a place where a lot of illegal deliveries are done, information exchanges, stuff that accidentally fell off ships along the way or accidentally had no inventory on any pier. And they eventually make their way to this spot on the pier where people come together, illegal deliveries are done, information exchanges are done, and there's a bunch of valuable reasons to do this. And as our camera kind of picks up, Betty, I imagine you could bring your pushing cart here. I was going to say, I imagine you leave your pushing cart behind as we see you physically approach this. But what we see is, as we maybe hear the creaking wheels of Betty's push cart as she approaches an area between a massive brick warehouse at in a neighborhood near the pier, and it's over by the seaport, kind of a sterile development shipping area, still halfway under construction. It's still, as you kind of move between the warehouse and this newer building that's in construction, you actually come up to, after a little bit of a walk, a defunct shipping office that is no longer belongs to any company. The sign is long removed. The letters are long faded. But for Betty, who's been around for a while, you actually remember when this building was up and running maybe 2 decades or so ago. And this was a long now bankrupt trucking company shipping office that is stuck between these warehouses. The windows themselves are reinforced, and there's a matte black paint on the inside of the windows as you approach. There is no sign that indicates there's even anybody in this building. There's no sign of life or light. Everything is just completely blacked out. There is just the faded unit. It just says Unit 4-B stenciled above the heavy industrial steel door that is still sat very squarely at the entrance. As you walk up to this building, you approach the steel door, and there's a sliding little there's a sliding little thing for like someone to look through. And you actually, as you get close enough, you hear the metal slide open, and you see the eyes of a particular individual that you would, I'd even say you would know who they are, Betty. You know, the woman on the other side, who's usually sitting on the other side of this door when this place is open for business, is a woman by the name of Switch. She is we'll say you know her as a long-term ghoul, but nobody really knows who she belongs to, if she belongs to anyone in general. There are ghouls out there that kind of are nomadic and will take blood as payment for whatever information or objects. So it's very possible that that's who Switch is. As the eyes, she slides the metal thing open, and you see her eyes kind of look at you for a minute. Betty, one last, just give me a roll. Could I get a wit streetwise roll about this individual?
Certainly can. 3.
That's perfect. I would say another rumor about Switch that you know as you approach is that all you know is that supposedly this ghoul Switch can see if somebody has a pulse from 10 feet away or less. They just are aware, and there's nothing you can think of that, like, but who knows? But there's nothing immediately that Betty would think of that any kindred or ghoul can do that. And like I said, as you get close, the metallic thing slides open. Eyes seem to connect. You all of a sudden they slide shut when you get close enough, and you hear the inner door unlock like a loud chunk, and the sound of the city as a door swings open and you step in is instantly cut off behind you as the door slams shut behind you. Completely soundproof in here. You realize that once you step in, something again Betty already knew. And as you step into the interior is actually a long, very narrow room that's lit by a lot of low-hanging green lampshades that come from old bars around the baseball field out in Boston, which is a pretty common. Have you ever been to what is the name of the fucking? Fenway Park? Yeah. There's bars all along the bottom of Fenway Park where you can watch it, and they have a lot of like low-hanging green and red lights. A lot of them come from that. You can even see a couple that you're like, oh, I know what bar those two very specifically come from. On one entire wall is actually covered on the left hand with brass lockers that just line it completely, all utterly ranging from the size of a jewelry box like you would see in a bank safety kind of a place, all the way to the box of like a human-sized trunk or case. But as you look around, you do not see the wooden crate you're also looking for, nor anybody that you really recognize in here. There's no booths in here. Instead, there are just a couple of high-topped steel tables that are bolted down like you would see in a dive bar somewhere, mostly designed for people to kind of stand around them, have brief conversations. And as you're walking by, you actually see a couple people over by one, and there's somebody putting up a box that has been unopened, a wooden small crate plopped up there for somebody else to immediately start inspecting. They're looking at the serial number, they're starting to pry it open. And this is just, on your right-hand side as you're walking by. If Betty was to take a smell, it would smell like coffee, wet, like a wet outside, a little bit of like a fresh wax on this floor. But beyond that, you just keep moving on by, and eventually, toward the back, you see somebody sitting at a table that you were told was going to be waiting for you. You weren't told what the individual would look like. You were simply told at the back right-hand table, the last one in this room, there'll be an individual sitting there waiting to meet with you to feed you or give you information that you have been looking for. All of it kind of filtered and made its way back through you through the homeless network that you were very interconnected to. And as you step forward, you actually see just a young man, maybe in his early 20s, I mean young, in a well-tailored suit, kind of sitting there with a wits insight roll, please.
All right. It probably looks very out of place. Wits insight.
Honestly, everybody here looks out of place. There are people who look well-dressed. There are people who look like you. It's kind of all over the place.
That's like the best I could do.
Yeah, you can re-roll one if you would like, but that's totally up to you.
Why not?
Sure. You tried. Still with 2 successes, while he's not outward, he doesn't look outwardly super nervous. Every once in a while, though, you do catch like a maybe a louder than usual sound. His eyes will dart over almost anxiously before he's able to regain his calm. Not super notable. He doesn't look super nervous, but there are little moments where you can see the inexperience just on some of the subtle movements that he makes. He's looking around. He even makes eye contact with you, but either he wasn't told what you look like or he wasn't even told who he was meeting here because there is no recognition. He doesn't look at you and nod and wave for you over. It's almost like he's just kind of waiting expectantly for somebody to show up. You even see him kind of pull his wrist up and look at his watch once before putting his wrist back down by his side and looking around. He has no drink in front of him. He has no box or delivery in front of him. He's just standing there waiting. Which brings our camera kind of pulling back to Betty. And Betty, how do you, if at all, approach?
I think Betty, knowing he's waiting for her, just shuffles over. Is there a chair that's at this table that he's at?
No, none of the tables have chairs. They're all just standing tables.
Okay. Then I think she just kind of shuffles over there and gives him a look. I don't think she says anything to start with.
So we see Betty kind of shuffle over to the table, stand opposite side of him, just look at him quietly, and he looks over to you expectantly at first. And then when the silence kind of lingers and it's clear Betty's not going to say anything, there's a confusion before he says, hi, may I help you?
Well, that's what I believe you're here to do.
And your name? And he looks a little confused, but there's an earnestness in his voice every time he speaks.
What do you want it to be?
There's a genuine moment of like some confusion. He's like, I don't want it to be anything. I'm just here to meet someone in particular.
Well, hopefully it's Betty.
It is. And you see the tension, relief, and the confusion dissipate for a little while, for a moment here. And he's like, it's good to see you, Betty. And he says that like with looking for reassurance that you are in fact Betty.
Is it good to see me? Well,
She kind of
You're dusting off a little bit of the garbage that's kind of like lingering on you. And you smile a bit, and he's.
I don't think Betty gets that most of the time. Most of the time when Betty's there, people are like, "Oh, you're here again."
Yeah. As you give, you kind of like look smiling and look at him. You are here specifically for. I'll leave it up to you. You have a name that was given to you by Leon. Or a face that was given you to. Well, Leon found the face of the individual you were looking for that was at the crime scene. And then there's also the individual from the pier from episode 1 that you were also interested in, that Leon was looking into and Betty was looking into. Is there one that Betty would be would have spent more time on? I'm assuming Mutt, though the one that killed Mutt is like the one she cares about the most.
She definitely cares the most about Mutt for sure, for her own vengeance. But
And you
she's
have the name
also
already, right?
what?
You have the name of that individual, right?
I have the name of someone attached to it, but Betty's not sure like what the distinction is. There's some FBI linkage, which is the weird part. That's why I captured that guy who I did not ever get to question.
He had to deal with Janet.
Betty is looking for specifically information on the box that David came in. Where is that box? What happened with that box? Is that box somewhere?
I'm just writing down some notes for a second, real quick. Okay, so as you're sitting there, you reassure, like you're like, yeah, well, hopefully you're looking for Betty, and he's like, okay, and he's good to see you and stuff. There is another moment of silence, and he says, well, I was told I could help you, that I may know some things that are of value to you. How can I help? And well, I'll leave it at that. How can I help?
Well, I'm looking for a box.
He actually looks around and he kind of just gestures around to show that there are a lot of people with a lot of boxes in this area right now. You're gonna have to be more specific. I'm sorry. I know about a lot of potential boxes. Yeah. As you could finish the sentence, almost he's like, yeah, exactly.
Well, obviously, I'm looking for something more suspicious, something that wouldn't be moved easily.
Okay, that does limit the scope of potential deliveries. Is there any more specific details that you can help me with? Like size of the box. Was it supposed to be delivered to you, to somebody?
Yeah, I think she describes the size of the box. It's because it was pretty large, right?
It's called
human sized. Yeah. I swear I had the number for that.
Yeah, take a look.
Too.
Maybe Janet has it as well.
But
I
I
sure do.
cannot
Here.
find it in my notes for some reason.
Yep, I have that. Let's go to David's page. Okay. Let's see. He came in on boat. He came in at the box, the container unit with a bunch of stuff in it, including David's box, came into pier number 7 at the docks.
Yeah.
I believe that we did have some. I don't think Mathis gave us a hard number, but we did have like a number that matched the barcode on David's box inside of that container. But the container came in on pier number 7. That's the data. I have.
Pier number.
So you start
7.
describing. Do you? I guess one of the things I'm looking for is, does Betty describe the symbol that was on the box?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Cappadocian
Is the
symbol
the symbol, the number, and then the container that it was in, I think, is going to be what.
Yeah, you have all that. Absolutely.
I swear I had it in my notes.
I guess
too.
do you give him that information? Like, do you give him all that information so he knows exactly what you're talking about, or just?
I think she feeds it one at a time first to see, like. So the first thing she'll say,
Well, it's a human-sized box. Came in on Pier 7.
Okay, well that certainly narrows it down to Pier 7. That's a very specific delivery pier. There's a couple things I'm thinking of. Is there any identifying marks or shipping numbers exactly? Maybe I can help out.
Yes, there was a symbol on it. Something with
let me see.
some kind of shield with a skull and a crown of sorts.
A skull and a crown. I see. He quickly reaches into his suit pocket, inner pocket, and pulls out it seems like no, I wouldn't say it's a phone. It would just be a notepad. and with a small pencil, and he starts flipping through some pages and jotting some stuff down real quick. He says, yeah, I think I know why I was sent to meet with you now, Betty. You're looking for something extremely specific, and my boss, let me just say, my boss can help you. And you notice a shift in this guy from...
where's your boss then? Let me chat with them.
You notice a shift after you give him the details and he realizes what you're looking for. That sort of anxious, nervous dissipates and confidence consumes him. He straightens up his posture a bit, his shoulders straighten. There's just a no longer a nervous twinkle in his eye and more like, okay, I know what I'm looking at. Almost like he feels in his element. It's like, well, let's not rush things. My boss is a very busy individual, and I'd rather not put individuals in front of them that would waste their time. And he smiles. First and foremost, just know I can help you. We can figure this out together, and I have information that helps. Oh my
goodness. I don't need the whole list of how long you've been doing whatever you're doing in your resume. How are you going to help me, dear?
There's a cost. All information has a cost.
There's always a cost. Yes, of course. What is it?
Does Betty...
Do you like my leg?
Does Betty say that?
How about an arm?
Oh, I thought you were being like, do you like to see a little leg? And you were going to be like, there's some calf. And I was just like, what?
No, she's playing on the arm and a leg.
Yeah, she's like pulling up her pants and just showing her some calf for a second. You like my leg?
That's hilarious. She probably does do that, though. That's funny.
No, yeah, it also comes across as something extremely Betty-like for me. He's like, no, don't worry about that currently. Sorry.
Currently, all right, very interesting. So maybe someday, I suppose.
How how do I word this? And he does momentarily like kind of like break eye contact, kind of raises his eyebrows, and he seems to be
don't
thinking
be shy.
For a moment. Let's say my boss, if he doesn't know where, or I wouldn't even necessarily say he, if they don't know where it is, they may potentially have it. What's that worth to you?
Well, I would say, what's the cost that you're willing to pay?
Wait, you ask him what the cost is he's willing to pay? He goes, wait,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, I don't think you want to have that box on you. Let me take it away.
Again, he kind of like brings his arms up to his chest. I'm just here on behalf of the one who I work for.
And I'm telling you, for the person who you work for, if we're going to play this telephone game, that they don't want the box.
All right. He kind of sees how you're going to do this. He's like, I'll put the cost up front. My employer doesn't like to play with numbers. Not a big fan of monetary value. It can only get you so far.
Oh my goodness! Then why are you asking how much I want to pay for it? What do you want for the box?
Okay, Betty, I see how this is. Okay.
No, you don't. If you did, you would be giving me an answer, young whippersnapper.
My boss would like a memory.
Oh, one of those types. What kind of memory do they want?
I don't really get to decide. The ritual gets to decide. That being said, to make it clear, you wouldn't lose the memory yourself. You're just sharing a memory for my employer to keep for himself.
Depends on the memory. You see, I have a lot of them.
As we all do. That's part of it. And he gives like a pleasant, almost like smarmy smile. You don't get to decide.
Well, do I get to know what memory was taken from me?
He nods. You'll be aware as it's happening. I don't get to decide either. I'm not probing your mind. Taken at random.
Well, if they want to get up in this mind of mine, they're welcome to.
The ease at which Betty agrees to it surprises him. This is obviously not the first time this is something he's asked for payment most of the time. There's a lot more pushback, especially if the individual doesn't think the certain object is worth it. But with as quickly as you're willing to agree, his eyes widen. He's like, "Well, excellent. Well, all I need you to do is sign some paperwork very quickly." And he on the we'll say the ledge near one of the blacked out windows that's on to his left and to your right because you're standing opposite sides. He just grabs a manila envelope, pulls out 3 pieces of paper that's like a very quick contract of some sort. Does Betty read through it?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but he's gonna read through it.
Intelligence politics roll, please. Or intelligence
gosh.
academics roll. I would also accept.
What was it? Politics aren't they're all the same.
Mhm.
So
Sure, yeah, if you're all the same pool for you.
I am going to. Well, is it arouse for extra?
Yeah, you can rouse and
This
add
is
2d10.
Thus, I don't like signing something. I'm not into the signing of things.
Do I have to sign this paper? What if we just make an agreement?
He raises his eyebrows like, go ahead and keep talking. He's curious what you mean by that.
No answer.
No, he's like, well, I thought you had more to say. What do you mean, an agreement?
An old-fashioned way. A handshake, a spit. Why do we have to make things so paperworky these days?
You say a spit, and he just does actually let out a slight chuckle. He's like, don't worry, this is just a memory severance and liability waiver, sort of a non-disclosure agreement. This is just to make sure that if you are unhappy with the memory that is pulled, you can't legally come after my boss for the memory that was taken. It also informs you that the ritual pulls the memory at random that my employer nor myself are aware of, and it would also imply I will never become aware of the memory that is taken, exclusively for my employer's knowledge only. He's a collector of sorts.
Oh, I have a collection of my own as well.
Do you mind? And there's a moment when you say that, and he looks up, he's like, do you mind me asking, Betty? I know I never ask a woman her age, but how long have you been what you are?
Oh, sometime.
Good enough of an answer. And in that time, have you ever noted any of your kind actively attempting to keep historical records of your existence, your history, your people's history, the culture?
Of mine in particular, or of people in general?
And he leans in, kindred.
Well, I'm certain there are. There's those bookie types, of course.
But books
Not my
are
thing.
rife with falsities and history written by the winners and perspectives of those they write. Nothing is quite as pure as memory.
Well, you'd be surprised what kind of memories you can have. Some of them, sometimes less realistic.
He nods. But that's the glory of the ritual. It pulls the raw data, so to speak, free of personal tension. Now, granted, the older the memory, the more difficult it is, but that's why the ritual does what it does. Which is the DM saying the lower the roll, the more recent the memory. The higher the roll, the deeper and older the memory I can pull.
Interesting.
And we will, if you go through with this out of game, if we go through this, we will talk, Maggie, as to which memory is pulled, whether we come up with one that hasn't been in your history or one that we can make a list of and make a table we roll for. But don't worry. He's like, but he continues. He's like, my employer. Let's just call him the archivist for now. I think he enjoys that nickname. There's nothing more pure than a memory straight from the mind where it comes, free of the flowery language and the reframing an author might do to their own. Something more true. And yes, sometimes the memory is useless. Sometimes it's simply a memory of a night you went out and enjoyed friendship, or went out and fed and came home and spent the night doing nothing. But those moments in a kindred's life are as important as the ones where the power in a city changes and history is rewritten for the worse or the better. He has no particular attachments to this particular box, as far as I understand. But
Well, at this point, I'm more curious about other things than just boxes.
well, and he's when you say that, and he smiles, he slides the papers forward. You go ahead and sign the agreement right here, and we can get you set up with an appointment with my employer for an exchange.
Well, how
want you to be-
about... Well, you may want to tell your boss that he better be really careful about what thing he decides to pluck out of my mind. He might remember something that remembers him back.
He puts his hands up as after the paper gets slid across. He's like, again, to reiterate, the memory that is pulled from your mind is entirely at random, so it's not up to him or myself, or them or myself.
With a 4, does
But
it
before
seem
you
like
read through the thing, and he's probably even guiding you through it, he's like, now you're going to have a waiver of continuity. You're going to have to worry about, I just want you to read through. There's a moment after the ritual is done where memories may be a little fuzzy. It's part of the after, the kind of the remnants of the magic itself. But once it's all said and done, you should be back to normal, no problem. I don't want any, there's a confidentiality of recovering and a binding execution. And he starts going through it. And yeah, everything he said about the what the agreement is there. It is says that the memory is pulled at random. That if there's any concerns that you have any about the contract itself, Betty, feel free to ask, and I'll kind of just tell you yes or no. But essentially, it is as he says. It is your memory is going to get pulled. It'll belong. The memory will be the property of the archivist. By the end of the day, belong to his personal collection. You will get the agreed upon payment or trade of whatever it is. In this instance, it is the crate with the Cappadocian symbol that was that he supposedly has in his possession, etc., etc., etc.
okay? So it seems legit. There's no sus.
It seems as
nothing sus.
with as many successes you rolled, which is a lot. It literally seems as straightforward as it is. It's up to it. Like the real payment here is somebody is going to get a memory of yours, and you don't get to choose what it is. And that for a lot of people can be a lot to ask for.
Yeah, I think Betty's also. I think for Betty's like, I'm kind of curious what memory is. It's like almost like a memory. The problem will be is if they get any memory of David or whatever. So that will be
True. I mean, that's the risk.
issue.
Maybe even Betty, as she's reading through it, you're like, oh no, it doesn't matter. And then you're like, well, actually, they could pull a memory of David, which is a risk.
I'm curious if tell me what you think about this. But if I were to go through with this and someone does take a memory of me, would I be able to use some disciplines if I needed to in that instance?
I always will allow you to make an attempt to do whatever it is you are going to try to do. I will never say
then
no.
I am good with moving forward with this. I think that there's some interesting things that would come down to rolls then. Yeah, I think Betty takes the pen, signs it.
You would note that the pen has a prick and you were to sign in your vitae.
Okay. Interesting. I do so. Can I
and there's a line for him to sign as well. So, go ahead. Would you ask?
Dang. I have to give him back the pen.
Oh, yeah. You have to give back the pen.
Can I have him sign first?
Yeah, absolutely. He will.
Well, why don't you give it a good bloody sign first?
He pricks his. He grabs the pen. You see, he'll prick his thumb as his own blood, not nearly as thick as yours, indicating you would tell he's a ghoul at this point, because he breathes and he's got a bit of warmth to him that you just do not. But after he does, he pricks it, and you see him very quickly sign his name. And when he turns the paper and slides it to you, you see his name is Vince Rossi.
Ooh, Vince Rossi. How do you spell
I'll type
that?
it in. Yeah, I'll type it in the Discord so you have it.
Oh, I spelled it right. I think then Betty takes the pen and she's gonna lick it.
Yeah. Do you taste his blood a little bit? Yeah, you taste his blood. It's good.
Any weirdness to it?
Nothing weird necessarily. No, not kind of out of the ordinary to the taste. I mean,
Okay.
unless ghoul blood tastes different, which off the top of my head, I don't really remember if it does, but that's not a
I
big
don't
deal.
know. Maybe probably tastes probably a little different. It's got a little hint of something.
Yeah.
Then she will sign it.
Okay.
And then she'll try to pocket the pen if she can.
You pocket the pen. He
Okay.
doesn't stop you
Sweet.
from pocketing it. He sees you do it, but he doesn't say anything. You slide the papers back to him. He's like, fantastic. He slides them into the manila envelope and puts them back on the
Oh, and
ledge.
just for the record, if your boss starts dreaming in blueprints or humming in his sleep, there's no refund. He gets to keep it.
He gives a very polite chuckle to that when you say that. Knowing Betty, she probably means it very seriously.
No,
But,
those are serious things.
Exactly. But for him, he thinks he thinks you're just joking. And after you sign the paper and he closes the manila envelope, sorry, the hiccups are killing me out of nowhere. He puts the envelope on the ledge of the window and turns back to you, reaches back to his inner jacket pocket, and he pulls out a tiny little metal tin. He pops open the metal tin, and you see he has one single business card in that small metal tin. He pops the business card out, clicks the metal tin shut, and puts it back in his pocket. And he hands you the business card. And on the front of the business card, it simply has an address: 14 Summer Street, downtown Crossing. And he says, you're going to meet him here in, let's see, 1 a.m. tomorrow evening, alone. And he hands you the card. Do you take it?
I think Betty will take the card, but she's like,
You're going to make me go on a treasure hunt now.
No, I'm just going to go have you meet with the individual that you're making the trade with, my boss. He should have the
Oh,
object you're looking
goodness.
for tomorrow's evening. He's going to need time to procure it from his collection and bring it to you. And in that time, you
Well,
can prep
here's the
yourself
other
for
side of
tomorrow.
it. Won't I need to bring someone with me to help me with this? You telling me I have to come alone?
He does kind of think for a second. No, you should be able to bring others if you wish. It's not a particularly hidden away area.
All right, all right. I just
Do you-
need someone to help me bring this crate back.
He nods. Do you pluck the business card at that point?
yeah, she'll take
As
it.
you do, you actually would feel the business card is like a heavy plastic. You hold it, and on the back side, there's nothing. The front side is just an address. You're going to present the card tomorrow when you arrive at the gates. Make sure you are who you're saying you say you are. You'll be brought in and escorted, and you'll have a meeting with the with my employer. Should make your exchange, and you'll be on your way with plenty of the night to spare.
Now, what if I told you now that my name's not Betty?
You signed with your well. He actually looks. He goes, it shouldn't matter too much. You signed with your vitae.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Well, Betty, it was a pleasure to meet you. You are not nearly as what's the word that he's looking for? Eccentric as I was told you would be.
How eccentric were you told I would be?
Oh, there are stories, of course.
Oh, I would love to hear some stories.
I would love to have the time to tell them to you, but there are rumors. Let me just leave it at this: that there are rumors that you are friends with an individual by the name of Cardboard.
Oh,
That speaks-
yes. He's good people.
He goes and nods. Maybe you are as eccentric as they want, as I was told.
What do you know of cardboard?
Very little, and I prefer to keep it that way.
Why is that?
I'm a businessman, Betty. And if I may, I have a lot of other work to get done to tonight. And he reaches out his hand. It was a pleasure to meet you. Betty just stared at his hand.
Betty will just look at his hand. She's not gonna shake his hand, but she will say,
Well, you're so busy that you're never going to have time to look around. I'll tell you this. In my time when I was there with you, I would have taken a little bit more to enjoy what I have.
He scratches his head. I don't know what you're talking about, Betty. She stares at him. Well, it was a pleasure. He quickly scoops up the manila envelope, and as Betty stares at him, he turns and he fucking walks out toward the exit.
Did he only have a manila envelope?
That's it. He had his envelope, and that was it.
Interesting.
And he leaves.
I'm gonna follow him.
Sure. You would eventually just follow him. It wouldn't be too far to where car waits for him. A chauffeur opens the back door. You would watch him get into the car and drive off.
What kind of car and the license plate on it?
License plates are removed off the vehicle, but it would be a tinted window, like BMW vehicle, not a SUV, but just like an actual car.
Gotcha.
Fancy.
Interesting.
It's nice, but that, there's plenty of kindred who have nice things.
Yeah, not surprising. Just curious.
Now, obviously, you need to find somebody to come with you tomorrow. I imagine you make your way to the quarry on this evening.
Suppose.
It's been about a week. You spent a lot of time just among the homeless looking for information that eventually led you to this quarry or bar. And now you have supposedly a meeting as to where this guy supposedly has this thing where that David was found in. You both are, as Leon and Betty both make their way to the quarry. Leon would probably arrive first, obviously. He's a little bit less busy tonight, a little bit less further away. He has a vehicle. Janet, I would say after what happened at the end of last episode, I imagine feeding needed to be done. Others kind of scattered to the winds for a little bit. I know that there was David probably went off to go feed at the petting zoo and working on
art, his project,
art and stuff like that. But you would hear a vehicle pull up, not a motorcycle this time around, just a loud car that you maybe even get frustrated because you think it's a motorcycle, only to immediately realize it's Leon's vehicle. And you would hear Magpie's voice before you would even hear Leon saying, "Okay, so just put him in the office that like the office again repaired."
God, I don't know. Just put them down somewhere. I'll sort it.
I'll go up to meet them in hopes that like they don't disturb Elspeth, who's probably researching and knows in a book, and David, who's in his creative process. Like,
for sure.
Mom goes to answer the door, basically.
Yeah, and when you get up to the chain link fence as he's about to walk through, you see Magpie. Magpie sees you, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Miss Janet, I'm just gonna be dropping the stuff off." Leon's, and he's almost like trying to get you off his back immediately. He's like, "Leon's actually right behind me," and he like goes to walk his boxes of stuff.
Where are you going?
Just dropping off the Ethernet cables for security stuff that we're getting set up.
But you're not going in the main building.
Okay, where would you like them? Sorry, Miss.
And I kind of point, kind of picking at him, because obviously we don't want to interrupt the day-to-day and the cover that is his place. So she kind of points him down more towards where our pods are and some of the stuff that nobody's supposed to touch, right?
So down to the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And shortly behind him, Leon is probably walking with a little bit more of a relaxed pace than Magpie, who scurries by in his like t-shirt and jeans and his sneakers. And Leon does stroll up. You haven't seen Leon in about a week, but it's been a busy week.
That's the truth. Well, I hope all this means something good.
It is exactly what you asked for and more. Security.
Well, do you want to tell me about it, or is that a surprise too?
I have, I did send you a plan, but clearly you didn't read it.
So sorry, I've been a little busy.
Okay, I'll just run you through.
Why don't you walk me through?
Okay, and he starts leading her around. So I took an OS map of this place. Wait, we're in America. I took a map of this place. And basically I drew the outline, so I know the boundaries. We've got enough chain link to go around. You said no barbed wire, don't draw attention. I've also decided on which angles the cameras can be at to watch things like the entrance without giving away what might be happening inside. That will all be closed circuit in the quarry. If we need to do anything, we need to delete anything, we need to check anything, we've got that. Obviously, we won't be watched, and anything that happens outside of those areas, that's on us. But I think it's safer. The other thing is a bunch of keypads. I can install these basically wherever you want. We can put them on the gate outside the front. Depends on whether you want like this big shifting thing for cars, or if you want to keep the kind of quirky, you have to lift it up with a chain and a lock to make sure it looks like no one goes here ever. Like
Well,
I can
mean,
rust up
it
some
is going to be
stuff.
open during the day. There is a storefront for Pete's sake. So let's go with the less locks and chains. I mean, like I want to be able to lock it
Come
at
here?
night, but well, yeah, of course. What do you think the building's for? And I point to the
Oh.
building you're covering security on.
I thought that was your house.
My house is like a disheveled concrete,
Like,
you know,
office building to this thing, yeah.
retail building. No,
What?
no.
I know it's
We're
like an
gonna sell
office,
stuff. Yeah, no. Okay, well. How about this? Everything.
but
is
you
co-
lost the. So, what's your plan? Sorry.
Oh, which plan? Because I'm gonna be honest, I got a lot of those since the last time we talked.
Oh God. The security. Let's stick with security for now.
Okay, well, the fact of the matter is, for the best security and for me to be able to finish paying off my debt to the mob, this has to be a fully functioning business, not just a cover. The goal is to make it both. So we are legitimately opening up a stone quarry. We'll sell everything from headstones to custom statues to large scale, what is it limestone? What are we mining here, Mathis?
Yeah, limestone, like granite.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
granite.
David
I
can,
thought that
David
was in
can make
character. I was
stuff.
like,
Oh, y'all
David
can
can make
already,
art and
he's
sell
already.
it.
That was the whole point.
That's so awesome.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is we're, the business will be fully functioning. I don't have a staff yet. The building still doesn't even have a roof. But eventually, your plan to cover the main building is what I want. That way, when I wake up at night and it's closed.
Right. Yes. Okay. No. So the keypads go on the gate. That's
Yeah,
perfect. And then
precisely.
on anything else you need while we're working out.
My
Okay,
personal pod.
I
I'd like
didn't-
a keypad on my personal container.
I'll sort that.
Okay, thank you.
Here's the other great thing. I didn't know you were doing an actual legit business, because you and legit are
What
like
about
this most of the time, but this is
businesswoman?
quarry.
Do you not understand? I'm a businesswoman.
Okay. Right. But the thing is, I've started to set up a basic, you know this. You've probably been stung a few times. Honeypot. But for the internet.
You're gonna
And
put a honeypot on the internet?
yeah. Basically, if anyone looks at your business in a way that I don't like, then I'm gonna find out about it.
Oh, okay.
That's the plan.
So, okay, if somebody searches for us that's suspicious, you'll know.
Yeah.
before
If
they get
if
here.
they're like, please, can I have some rocks? You're good. But if they're like, please, can I have some rocks? And also, how do your finances work?
Well, I'm
Got 'em.
glad I've got you on my side, Leon. I'm
So,
feeling
Likewise.
safer already. No,
You say
but
that
really,
out loud,
this
and you
is-
hear
this is-
Magpie all of a sudden drop a bunch of shit nearby. Oh fuck! Oh, it's
if
fine.
he breaks it, he's paying for it. I've already paid for it once.
He doesn't have any money.
Well, then he better not break it. Don't break nothing.
I didn't. Sorry, I dropped it. I didn't realize David was here. I just peeked around the corner and he was in the dark.
Where
found-
else would he be?
He's working on art quietly down in like a
Oh,
tunnel nearby.
Magpie. All right. We got some serious things to talk about. Have you seen Betty?
No, but that's not out of the
Have I s-
ordinary.
Have I
She
seen-
comes and goes, and she's not, come through.
No, I know
here
who you're talking about.
recently. Oh, I know. She's not come through here recently, which is,
Oh.
it's been about 7 days, which is the longest non-Betty sighting that we've had in quite a while.
She'll-
So
Maybe she's like Bigfoot. You got any blurry footage?
I don't know. Do we, Leon, the security guy? You got the
No,
cameras.
yeah, I haven't installed the cameras.
Well, then I guess we don't have any footage of Betty coming and going. I think what I'm trying to say is I need a help with something that I think only Betty can help with. What have you found out about Magpie?
He's kind of a loser.
I
He
said, what
doesn't like
new
magic.
things have you found out about Magpie?
I mean, it's still waters run deep. These are very fast moving puddles.
Okay.
He's not that deep.
No, I know. I get that. I know he's a little trite, but okay. You were at the diner that night with that girl, the Liz girl. All the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
As you say why, you hear the push cart
I know it.
down,
Know it.
down the gravel.
I'm like,
Speak her name
we ought
and
to wait.
she
We
shall
ought to wait till
arrive.
Betty gets here. Though I don't want Magpie to overhear this one. It might spook him.
Betty, you make your way
Okay.
up to the gate, and as you do, you see Leon and Janet having a conversation, just like chilling up there.
I wave, like welcome home back from wherever it is you've traveled.
All right, before either of you start with the looks, I did something weird, but I didn't sell
Okay.
my
Betty
soul,
just
so
walking
it's
and be like,
fine.
all right, before you look at me weird, yes, I gave away a memory.
Okay.
Like,
Why don't we all come have a seat? I'll kind of bring them away from the pods, and we can have a seat on maybe like lunch tables that the construction workers use. I don't know. There's got to be somewhere to sit around here.
Yeah, this place is you fucking brought chairs. The construction
Yeah,
workers have started work on here.
stuff, yeah.
Leon and Betty, you would actually, as you walk in, you would notice there's boxes of concrete mix and stuff sitting around, of bags of concrete. Like construction on getting this place up and running has just began. You can tell it's been going for a couple of days. And by the time you're going to be done with this our session, you're going to tell me you're going to have something set up for security, whether it be cameras, key locks, enough to get something set up completely. Not necessarily everything, but you're going to get most of us something completely running. Betty, when you roll in, you see the same thing. And yeah, Janet's like, let's get away from the front. Where do you want to go? Down into
Just
like
find
the
a
pod
place
area?
to sit that's not bothering the two of them who are working on other stuff, and we're not really seen from the road. Like we just need to have a seat.
Yeah,
Have a chat.
absolutely. There's plenty of places like that. And there's not, you're not being watched from all angles here.
All right.
Eventually, you find a nice place to sit down. And Betty says, I did something weird.
Well, why don't you start?
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
All right, well, I went to the Aquaria bar, the pierside one, brick building, door marked, no sign really, no life. But you know the one. Like she acts like you know what she's talking about.
Yeah,
You
that
might not.
one.
you can see it.
Well, this kid in a suit, Vince Rossi, he was in the far back right table. Homeless network
The only one who
runner.
can get a roll on that name is Janet. You can make me an intelligence politics roll.
Okay. I got 3.
And the name, for a minute, she says Vince Ross. You're like, I know that name. Oh, isn't that boy errand to that eccentric collector? He's a kindred. You think he might be Toreador. You're not entirely sure.
Okay. Yeah, I might know who you're talking about. That sounds familiar. Okay, what about this homeless guy?
Well, he was dressed like he borrowed confidence from someone richer than him, that's for sure. So if you know who he is,
Like
maybe
most
you know who his...
Toreadors?
Well, I was thinking something of that sort. He has some boss named the Archivist. What kind of name is that?
That's a little pretentious, but did you get any information?
Well, I suppose I got information in regards to... I will get the crate.
You mean they have the box?
Well, that's what they claim. I'll wait till I see my eyes on the
When?
crate, but that's what they say.
When? When do we pick the... Wait, hang on. We were
1
instructed
p.m.
not
tomorrow.
to touch the box.
At 1 a.m.
1
tomorrow.
a.m. tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we're
Yes.
supposed to get the box. So this is potentially great news. Dare I ask what they want in
Perfect.
return for such a...
Well,
Trade?
if you don't want to ask, that's probably better you not.
I would like to ask.
No, I knew someone would.
Okay.
You really want to know?
Oh, only if you want to tell us.
Well, then.
Mm,
Okay.
Go on.
Note taken. Maybe I should ask a question a different way. Are you comfortable with making this trade for us, Betty?
Oh, yes. I think it's going to be more uncomfortable for them than it will be for me.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not worried about
Are you
them. I
trading them
just
an enema? Like, what's going on?
Oh, that could be fun.
maybe a different Saturday, okay?
Well, he might get a memory of that, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
You traded a memory?
A memory. That's what he wants.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And I'll just trade a box of gumdrops and a bunch of daisies for the princedom.
Was that your sarcasm?
No.
Well, obviously, he's not a prince.
Not yet. But I do have gumdrops and daisies.
Magpies.
You'd make a great prince.
No, Magna has none nearby. Never mind.
Thank you.
Betty Janet's like, what?
All right. So okay, thank you. This is really good news because here's the thing. If we turn the box over and it's empty, we can get the Tremere off our back. Done. Box found. Not a problem.
Well, I thought we weren't supposed to touch the box.
Well, we're not, but we aren't going to touch the box. They are. Technicality.
Well, we have to touch it in order to bring it back.
Wait, what's with the touching of the box?
You
Are
know,
we
so
like?
the
Is it like
instructions
fingerprint?
we were given by the Tremere were that we were supposed to locate the box, and if we do, we were not to touch it or open it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So maybe we just
Maybe I don't
tell
have to
them
lose
that
a
this
memory
guy
of
has
any
it.
sort anyway.
So
What
that's
if...
my thought, right? Get us off the hook. They asked us if we know where the box is. We potentially do know where the box is. Should I make a call? I could call up the Chantry and I could say, "Hey,
Well,
tomorrow."
here's the problem with that.
Oh boy.
These type of people have contingencies, right? Oh, Janet, you know all too well. You're the type.
You're right.
If
She's
I
the
don't
type.
show up and give them whatever it is they want, an enema memory, perhaps, well, then
Do you have to go alone?
no. Well, originally that was what they wanted, but I was like, oh, I can't carry a box by myself.
Oh, I just had a thought.
I probably can carry the box by myself.
What if we do, in fact, show up? We just happen to have the Tremere with us. They moved the box. That way we don't have to play middleman.
And I don't have to hire a van.
Sure. We're gonna
Well, maybe you shouldn't show up with a whole
Okay,
posse.
all right. So, okay, this is all good news. I'm really glad we got that figured out. I'm a little nervous about the fact they actually have this box because I'm gonna be
Well,
honest
now
with
you can see why I was thinking keeping me out of y'all's business is best.
It just seems a little too good to be true, you know?
Fair.
It's kind of a MacGuffin, and we found it so quickly. I question, is it gonna be the right box?
Well, maybe quickly for you, but I had to do a lot of walking, dear Janet.
I'm so sorry. I thought you liked to walk.
I do.
Okay. I don't know where the issue is. That being said, we do have something else we should talk about. This, and I pull out a lighter. A like pocket, Zippo flip. What? Hang on.
Oh, perfect. Betty pulls out a cigarette. Could you light this for me?
No. Well, I mean, yes, I guess I can. But that's not what's happening here. It's on Betty's page because I made a note specifically for you. Okay.
Well, that is what's happening here.
So
Come on.
I would like to talk and recount the events that happened the night you lot was in the diner and all the weirdness went down when Liz bumped her head out back and a guy disappeared into the ether, okay? So I'd like to start at the beginning.
Who disappeared?
My understanding is that Liz said she was being stalked. Stalker shows up. Things get wonky. Liz makes a run for it. Out the back. Betty jumps on her, knocks her in the head, claims that she fell and tripped to cover it up. But while that's going on, Leon, you were inside and you saw the stalker. Do you remember what happened?
No, not properly.
Great. Wonderful. So here's the thing about old Liz. Liz has won the lottery twice in 1 week off the same ticket roll from a nearby 7-Eleven.
That's going to get you investigated by the IRS.
More importantly, she's now planning to take a little trip to Europe. She's feeling, like she needs a
She's
little
actually flying
vacation.
out like today or tomorrow.
She
'Cause it's
is
been a week.
literally flying out. She's going to let us know if she returns.
Well, I hope
She
she
said
has a great
when. She never said
vacation.
if.
I mean,
I'm saying it.
last time I saw her, she was fleeing down an alleyway, melting into bricks.
Well,
so.
she seems to become good friends with David, even though I think he's creeped her out a little bit. The thing is I'm not sure there's not something up with this girl. Other than the fact that David gave her blood, so no matter what, here in the next few weeks, she's going to come a-calling.
Oh, yes.
But two, David made it very clear that the man who was chasing her, he blipped. He magic snapped away.
Oh, well, there was a whole bunch of weird things. Some kind of hypercube thing melting into
That might be
people.
the-
It was...
See?
Has
This
Danny
is
even heard that word?
no.
Oh,
no.
yes.
What
And
hypercube?
also, there
Yeah.
was a box, a trash can that was like half into a wall. Very interesting.
Yes,
I've never seen a
okay.
trash can
Okay, I
like
heard
that.
about the trash can. I heard about that.
This is
So
fun to watch. I'm sorry. I know I'm like God right now, but it's just fun to watch Janet be like, nope, I heard that. Didn't hear that
I did
yet.
not know this. Okay, so I say all
What about
of
the guy
this.
that turned into goo?
That's him. He's the blipper.
Yes, the one with the thing in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a mobile phone.
Oh,
I tried to
yes,
get
yes.
it, but I
And
didn't
an
manage.
awful
before he
song,
disappeared.
awful sound. It was awful.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
want to hear
David
that ever
tried
again.
to sing it.
Different. He's singing the song. The sound she's talking about came out of the guy's mouth.
He made
Oh.
a weird sound.
There
Okay,
was-
so see,
Oh,
that's
yes.
new news too. Nobody told me he was.
It
Okay.
was like dial tone.
There's some of it I don't remember. I got distracted by milkshakes.
Well, the weird thing that happened to Leon is after they went to the back, everything snapped into a normalcy.
Oh, yeah,
in the
Leon had a
store,
whole
but
different
none of the
experience.
employees remembered
Most of it
any
was
that.
pretty normal inside, but I don't believe that
So I
that
think what I'm
is fully
trying to
true.
say is weird things keep happening to this girl. And I'm not entirely convinced something weird ain't following her, bothering her, cursed her. I don't know.
Oh, I
remind
think
me,
there's
does
some
Betty
kind
and-
of
does-
Tremere madness happening, that's for sure.
Does Betty and Leon know David Gould her?
I
Ooh,
do now that she
Oh,
said
I
that
just
she
said-
drank the blood.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Well, now
I did
you
not
do.
know prior to
Yeah,
that.
I thought that
yeah.
happened. I didn't think
Yeah.
that happened with you
So
guys.
the
I thought
bigger
that happened
concern
after.
I have is that, David went out of his way to save the poor girl after she took a knock on the noggin. And he did it by giving her his blood.
Oh, okay. Well,
He
that's
saw
bad.
what we did for Magpie and assumed that it was okay.
Jesus blood.
Jeez.
Oh, wait. No, I did know that because that was a whole conversation we had with him about don't do that.
I can't. I don't think Leon knew.
No, we talked about a lot of things. What's your
Yeah.
point here, Beth? Oh God, Janet. That's it. I mean, both of you. Both of you. What's your point here?
That is Liz's personal lighter.
Okay.
I'd like
She
Betty
holds them.
to use some auspex on it and see if we can learn anything about her that maybe she doesn't even know.
Oh my God, from a lighter?
Leon,
Oh, I like this. This sounds fun.
see?
Betty's going to grab
I
it.
knew Betty would be behind this plan, okay?
Grabs it. I mean,
Okay.
you don't. What do you? Have?
I
Do you have
grab it. I
Cristina
light
or
my
whatever?
cigarette.
Oh yeah, she grabs it. She pulls out like a half-smoked cigarette out of like a plastic bag, and she just you hear.
So are you telling me
she-
that you can't do anything with it?
What do you have
Well,
for
let's
Auspex
find
powers?
out.
What do you have for
Smoking.
Auspex powers, Betty?
It's gonna.
I have Auspex powers. I don't know if they're going to. I don't
You only have level
powers-
1, right? Do you have level 1 or you have
Yeah.
more? Yeah, so you could
That's
at
it.
best look at an aura on a person, I think.
Yeah.
Great. So you can't. Okay. Well, at least I'm learning.
So Betty holds it.
Hang
She
on, no,
looks
no,
at it
no.
like what we see is Betty reaches forward. She's like, "That sounds like fun," and she grabs the lighter and she holds it for a second as she looks at it, and then she shakes it. She hears fluid, and then she just lights a cigarette.
This is the
Takes a
Auspex
drag, and
power
she's
that I
like,
have.
"It works."
Oh yeah. So since okay, give me that. I take the lighter
no,
back.
wait,
Well
wait.
seen.
No. Janet,
Honey.
hold me. Hand it over to me. Look, my clan is well known for being
Betty.
able to reach into the beyond and discover
Okay.
things that people couldn't otherwise find through normal means. We can connect
Oh, he talks
dots.
to his sire through mirrors.
You want me to
That's
hand it over
not
to your
true.
sire?
That was.
It's true.
I'm not giving this to
I
my
saw
sire.
it.
Oh, okay.
She's very busy.
Yes, so busy.
That doesn't make my comment not true.
Okay, so who are you? Who is this magical person?
Me.
You can look into it.
Yeah.
Well,
Give it.
Well, here.
I take the lighter.
lighting and.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Sarcastic
Well,
comment.
first off, I'm taking it and I'm gonna like put it up to the light and look
Uh-huh.
through it, and then I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm getting something. Okay. She red nail polish. Okay. Tobacco stains. She was a smoker.
Would you like your 5
Betty
cents
is a
now
con
or
artist.
later? Well, how is this helpful? How is that helpful?
You gave me a lighter.
See, you and Betty, you
What
get
do you
to come
want?
and go. You get to stay in your cute little your havens. You get to push your cart, and I get to stay here all day and be bombarded with consistent mysteries and questions in the face of inevitable death.
Betty, I would
You?
like, if you're going to use Sense the Unseen, by the way, Betty, I would like
Yeah.
a Wits Auspex roll from you. Just make me that roll.
Okay.
Uh,
What's-
okay, Mathis, I'm
Uh-huh.
so alongside this, I'm so tempted to just spend my XP and buy premonition.
Look, nobody panic. I'm Janet Janetti. I got a backup plan. I just thought I'd offer it to the
I'm
two of you
Janet
first.
Oh, do you have a purse as well?
No. I mean, yes, I have a purse, but no, I've got somebody else that might be able to look into it.
Oh, you always have somebody.
Go, Betty, go. You got this.
I think
Can you re-roll 2 of them if you want?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it
Janet,
while they're yapping.
Leon.
I think you
4.
enjoy having all these problems,
I don't. I really don't.
but you seem to attract them.
Precisely. I don't
Invite
understand it.
them
It's like
even.
a magnet. I knew the moment I said yes, going to New York was the moment that everything changed.
You say New York, you see Magpie in the background, just out of focus walking
changed.
by.
I should have just hit him with my car and left you all sitting there. Actually, that would have been me. I should have just hit him with my car and drove around the block and picked you up and came home. I knew. It
But
was
you're
New York. It cursed me. Leaving this
That's-
city cursed me.
There's nothing good about New York, agreed. But I think what I'm saying is that was one bad mistake. You were here. You're here, and you're complaining about looking down there and being like,
No, I'm trying
what
to
could I
help
do?
David. I'm trying to help David. And your sarcastic dime store fortune teller bullshit you just fed me is not helping.
You want me
Oh,
to
but you
help?
were eating it up.
I
You
believe-
want me
No,
to help?
I don't want you to do anything. I'm trying to help. and I looked to you to see if you had any skills that might be of use. Since you don't, buckle up, because I got some more information for you. So,
Well, me and my crate will just go spend time together alone then.
so Betty,
Wait.
please tell me through those beady
So,
little
Betty-
eyes that you see something.
For now, like I will say, you would if there was anything on this lighter, you would have seen it. However, the sense the unseen with 4 successes will linger for the scene, and if without saying anything, if there may be something you detect, we'll see.
So I will
Okay.
All I
leave it
can
on the
say.
table. So Liz is we'll call it a side quest. Liz is just to make sure that David's not ghouling something that's only going to cause us problems. Let's get to the main quest, shall we? So
Sorry.
since you've been
Betty's
gone-
just like puffing her cigarette and making like little circles, and then staring
Sequins.
at
It's
the
like garbage Gandalf.
so
yeah, and like staring, yeah, and
Since
staring
you-
at
Radagast.
while you're talking.
Radagast.
I'm
She's
imagining,
Radagast.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
imagining,
Radagast.
I'm imagining Janet like talking,
Rad
and like you're
gross.
like moving your hands, and the light is like moving, and Betty's eyes are just focused on the lighter while you're moving and talking.
okay, so since we went to see the Tremere and took on this job that I am slowly drip feeding information to keep them off of our backs. Thank you again, Betty, for locating the box. It has led to a variety
Oh,
of
but I'm useless.
additional information on David. Most importantly, about a week ago, David was attempting to show off his powers to Elspeth and I. He proceeded to drip his blood, and his shadow started moving, consuming. When it touched him, he lost all control and flew away. He was gone for 24 hours. We didn't see him. He didn't come home. When he got back, he told us that he met someone, a voice. He can't identify him. He can't tell us nothing about him. But this voice was somewhat controlling of him and answered a few very important questions that we've all been asking about our dear little David. From what we can tell, David is made of 3 kindred. One of which
Didn't we know that? Sorry.
One of which we are almost assured of right now is of Cappadocian ancient blood. Thus, Elspeth and Hasiah's interest in all of this. Because come to find out, our dear Elspeth comes from a bloodline that is a bit protective. She's now David's White Knight.
That would, I would say, derive an intelligence politics role from each of you to know what the fuck Janet's hinting at.
I think I'm pretty sure Betty was there when we found
Okay.
out that she was his ward.
That's
So I
right.
think
Lamier,
Betty
the
kind of has like
Lamier,
some semblance of what that
Gorgon.
Yep,
is.
Yeah.
yep.
But I'm down with rolling some additional.
No, if you were there, you're fine.
Yeah.
3.
3 3 is considered hard. She's clearly hinting at like a one of those like weirder, rarer bloodlines, but you're not sure what.
You get the idea she's not really ready to say it out loud. But, so, now Elspeth is David's ward, his protector, which is why Elspeth had the little glowy rock stone thing that got shoved in David's chest. Because it wasn't originally supposed to be there. Just David asleep in a box. Hasiah sent her with us with the stone. My assumption is she knew what was going to happen. Which means for whatever reason, the Hakadah are working against the Tremere, who are actively, for whatever reason, seeking out David. More importantly,
Right.
we've done information on research. Oh, I haven't. Don't touch books. David has done research on the Hagia Sophia. Plus that date that he was obsessed with, those 3 numbers, 5715.
537.
537.
My sire.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ah,
Yeah, it came from Leon Sire.
Guess what? The Cappadocians? Guess where they were at in that period of time?
Constantinople. Or maybe in Istanbul.
Correct. I am almost convinced that David is just about that old. Or at least
Or at least a part
the,
of him, I think
one
you said,
of the
right?
kindreds are
Yeah.
at least that old.
Well, that would explain his grumpiness.
It would also explain why the Tremere are so desperate to get their hands on him. Because if he is, in fact, 3 ancient kindreds in one carrying ancient blood, now we know what they want to experiment on and what they're trying to get to.
Okay.
What is it? As the camera, like Janet finishes that sentence with like a period, and their camera pans to Leon and Betty. What do we look? Is there any visual representation? Does Leon look stressed? Does Betty look intrigued? I'm curious.
I think Leon actually looks quite relaxed at hearing this.
Which
Gotcha.
is why I think Siaka is using all of this to make a play for a seat of power here in the city, to claim a Tremere placement where there isn't currently one after their little civil war. All of that to be said, oh god, I got so much shit. Okay, got the light, I got the thing. Let me just make sure I've covered it all. Let me go back to the mission. So you can see why I'm so damn concerned about making sure that the Tremere don't get their hands on David. Unfortunately, to get our questions answered about David's blood, guess what we're gonna need on our side? A Tremere.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. We need a Tremere, but we need a Tremere that's outside the Chantry, one that's not connected to all of this bullshit. And our little Bruja friend has found one.
Oh. I like your explanation so far because you keep bringing things up and then they seem to be solved. So I'm
please
all on
tell
board.
me how figuring out that David's 3 kindred in one, he might have Gould Liz, the strange human who happens to have odd or either very lucky things happen to her, and all to top it off of the fact that we are lying to the Chantry on a day-to-day basis to assure that our heads aren't lobbed off.
This all sounds good to me.
Okay, wonderful.
We're
I'm
still-
also not entirely convinced that all of this, us being at the docks, you want to see my map? I got a map. I know exactly where
I don't
it
want
starts.
to. I don't
Okay,
want to see
great.
your map.
What
I've got
do you
no
want to-
map.
I'll
Do you
show it
bring
to
out you mean the Chantry map? The Chantry blueprint map?
Okay. No, this map. My conspiracy theory
No,
map.
no, don't show it to me.
Because
I don't want to see
the
it.
fact of the matter is, everything from where Betty got her information to where you got your random weird threatening message on the interwebs to Elspeth showing up, all was planned. Somebody gave us all that information. Where Betty got the job, Betty came and got all of it was filtered down so that we would be on site and be able
When
to
Janet
be...
described, sorry, quick question. When Janet described to Leon the thing David went through when he flew away, he said he didn't really know who the person was a face. Is that really where she?
I said, he said he told him some things, like he reassured him that he's got some ancient blood, but also David was very vague, so Janet doesn't know all the
Yeah, that's
details.
fair.
She only really knows based on what David told her, which is that he doesn't remember a whole lot. He went back to the docks. He was assured he was back at the docks where it all started, but he couldn't identify or tell us anything other than maybe it was a male presence.
That's fair. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I'm thinking through where I was at. So all of that to be said, I know what we needed was a Tremere. Somebody that could test David's blood without tying it all back into this bullshit. And we found one. Like yesterday. We haven't had a chance to go visit yet. Literally like yesterday. I thought maybe Betty specifically might be able to tell us something because of your street smarts. She's called the Witch of the Yard.
Oh no.
What yard?
Okay, this is what I said. My understanding is it's maybe a junkyard.
Does Betty know who the Witch of the Yard is?
Oh, you've heard that name before, specifically through Cardboard.
Okay.
God damn it! How does cardboard know so much? I'm not gonna have a choice but to meet this guy. I can feel it. It's just gonna have fucking cardboard.
Cardboard says he's to what I'll say to you, Betty, is that you've
Mhm.
heard that name because Cardboard said he once served in her first Royal Cavalry unit.
Fuck that means.
Yeah, of course he did.
And with that, we'll go to break,
God damn it.
and we'll be back in like 5 minutes or so.
Mathis, I don't like that.
You don't like the Witch of the Yard's coming back?
I told y'all. I was
Why
like,
not?
Madison, don't you spoil it. You let me tell them in character. All
Oh,
right,
Betty has some stuff to say. I just haven't had a moment to speak.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
we'll
Janet,
go-
and
we'll
we're
open
not
up when-
even fully all the way through it all. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
go to break,
we're just
everybody.
waiting for
We'll
break.
see you on the other side. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back from break, everybody. We're just gonna jump right back in. Yeah, it's,
I think
we're just
Betty didn't get to reply.
I was
No,
about to say,
Betty didn't
yeah,
reply at
and
all.
basically at this point, I think Janet's covered the important stuff this crew needs to know. She probably lets out a sigh
People are
she doesn't
saying-
need.
People are saying mine and Josh's cameras are in the wrong spots or something. It's probably because when I went to the bathroom that
Oh.
one time,
Hang on,
Oh,
let's see if that.
gotcha.
Oh, yeah, you're
I
right.
turned off my camera to
You're
go
right.
pee
Easy.
really quick.
Fixed. Thank you. I didn't even notice, honest to God.
So Janet takes like a big
We are
sigh
basically
after
the
kind of
same.
like
Yeah, like I
talking
just
about
let
all that
like I
stuff.
just let all the air out, and it's like I got it off my chest. Now they know what I know, even if they have
I
can't
think-
do anything about it.
Yeah, and I think Betty has oddly been, while you guys were going back at it and forth, Betty's just been watching your hand with the lighter, and then she kind of been a little bit more serious than Betty normally is. She's just like, Mutt, Liz, David, are you guys seeing the pattern?
You mean that every person that comes in contact with David gets shot and killed? Yeah.
No, Betty, or no, Janet. We're not poking around with murders anymore. We're standing in the center of someone else's design blueprint. Someone's making something.
Oh, zero question.
That-
I would completely agree. In fact, I'm pretty sure the lot of us are the fall guys.
Well, lines drawn, measures taken. We're part of the pieces that are moving.
No, we're not even part of the piece. We are the bottom rung.
We were the
No.
You know that,
that's
right?
why
We're
we're
the-
the fall guys. We're the easiest
Yeah.
to dispose of. And we were the
Exactly.
first ones on site to see the box.
Yeah, but we don't tell people that.
No, we haven't told nobody that. Nobody knows that. And technically, here's the really interesting part, if you think about it. We weren't even there for David's box. We were there for the box that you and Betty delivered that the Ventru's ghoul picked up.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
we have our story covered.
Right.
But-
No. But I think what I'm saying is we were sent to collect that box not because we were the most trustworthy delivery boys on the block. We were sent because we needed to be on site to potentially be fall guys for this fucking box, and so that Elspeth could show up with that fucking stone and wake David up. I think the Hakata are directly working against the Tremere.
Mm.
In fact, it could have been the Hakata that set us up.
Have
Well,
you?
and someone sent someone to try to get it from us too. That's who you were fighting, Leon. But there's
Yeah.
more.
Oh God,
Janet.
yeah, those guys. I killed one of
Which-
those guys. We've
What
only got two
guys?
more to find.
The Witch of the Yard thing. That did ring a bell. Cardboard ranted about her. Swore he rode in her cavalry, which means either he's full of shit or we're in a lot deeper in this mess than I had hoped.
Well, what do we know about this Witch of the Yard before, I just take David's blood up there and ask her to do something with it?
She's
Two
weird
things.
and she's magic is all Betty would know.
Weird magic, that's about all I know
Okay, so she's
of
a
her.
Tremere.
Well,
Cool.
I think she's something a little different.
Why do you say that?
Well, I just get the vibe. Who has a cavalry and an army on their side?
A king
Janet.
or a queen.
Well,
I mean, vampires can be really old. Maybe he's true. He's like is cardboard's a vampire? I'm guessing, right?
no,
Oh, then
just a human.
right. Okay, I might not be the one.
Can we
to-
go back to the two guys that you haven't killed?
Hello. Yes.
Who?
We
You
don't
remember when you
really
came
know
outside
who.
with your kids, and I was being choke held by
Yeah, the ones I
some
I
dude and
convinced
some.
to leave us alone.
Yeah. So one of them I ate. The other guy ran away. And the other guy, I made him think that there were bugs in his skin.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
It was a metaphor. But yes, that
okay.
is a nice one.
Okay.
Remember, in game, it's maybe been a month at most since that event.
Do you remember what they? Better yet, why don't we can't you just hack or whatever into the security for the docks and just get rid of any footage that was on the cameras? Then it's their word against no evidence.
Might have been a good idea at the
Yeah.
time.
Didn't we try to do something like that? Go in there, but then we just snuck around and
No,
away
we needed to
from the
get out
cameras.
because Leon caused a fight, a scene.
That was-
Me?
yeah.
You literally just said you started a fight.
No, I told you how the fight went. They started it.
Okay, excuse me, you finished it. The point of the matter is, it turned into a little bit of chaos, and we had to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Okay. Yeah,
I think
I'll
what
see
I'm
if I
saying is,
can just hack.
yeah, I was about to say, Ken, yeah, is there anything we can do? Use your computer and your technology and your hacking and you hit the delete button on the video footage.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that Leon's just
Was-
like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
I'll get right on that.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. You do that.
I think Betty just cackles.
I'll
Is
let
there
you know.
something I'm missing? Is there something funny?
No, it's. I'll hack it.
Good man. I like that attitude. Okay, now that we're assured that these two guys aren't loose ends,
Yeah, I don't know about
Oh,
assured.
I mean, I don't think we can track them down though, right?
I mean, they work at the docks. Can't we just go back to the docks?
No, I don't think they work at the docks. They just turned up because they knew there was a shipment, right?
Do you remember what they
Mhm.
looked like? Do you
They were
remember what
they were
looked like?
thugs there for thug-like activities, I suppose.
Yeah.
There were bigger thugs there, and that was us.
And that was you.
I prefer not to be called a thug.
Mm,
Very interesting that you prefer
Goon.
that.
I am no thug.
Of course not. Too refined.
That's right. See a thug carry a Versace bag?
Betty's still cackling.
With a brick in it, maybe.
It's a waste of a Versace. And a lot better things to do with the brick. That being said, I think I got you caught up. I think that's all she wrote. So the question is,
Oh, is that all?
Well, there you brought up the point that
Is
everybody
that
that knows
all?
David gets shot. Betty said that's
Huh.
not what she saw. Is that something that
Oh, yeah.
Janet wants to even go into?
about
Betty
what?
didn't say that's not what she saw. Betty said,
Oh.
like,
My
Betty
bad.
said, we're not just poking at murders anymore. It's not
Right,
just
it's
murders.
yeah, it's not just about the murder. That's why it's bigger. You're right, it is
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah.
Speaking of bigger, I got a bullet. Not in me. Was delivered, given. I've passed it off. We're looking into it to see if we can identify the gun that did make those murders possible.
The bullet that was left at the
Well,
scene where
hopefully
David
that will
fed
be
on
helpful.
the girl. Or
Yeah, the one that old Roman or whatever his name was that brought
Mhm.
us.
Yep.
We have been officially granted access to a brouhaha bar on the southeast side of Boston. If that's
the
your
riot
vibe,
act.
that's
they have
called the
video
Riot
games?
Act. Yeah, it seems really up
You can-
as
you can
long
wit-
as we don't cause any trouble.
You can wit
You know
streetwise
me.
that.
Yeah, with streetwise, yeah, it's called the Riot
You
Act.
don't have to, Janet. The other two, though.
The riot.
What was that?
Act.
Something
does-
streetwise.
Wits streetwise, yeah.
I'm not going to roll.
That's fine. You don't have to. I don't
Um,
imagine Leon made his way to many an Anarch dive bar.
I also have city secrets, but that doesn't make sense for this necessarily.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a city secret. You would, but even with one success, you'd recognize the name, but that's about it. You probably have never been there, or maybe been there once at best.
So,
Yeah, that's not for this.
Yeah.
since the two of you tend to be a little bit more on level
Oh my
with
gosh, that was a bad roll.
criminal
Yeah.
activity,
I
where
am offended.
well, take it to your grave, okay? Because we both know that Elspeth and David are a little innocent, so they don't tend to think on the level of criminal activity. And what I need right now are criminals, because I'm running out of lies to tell the Tremere.
Okay. Were we doing a brainstorming session or are we going somewhere?
Yeah, sure. I'm open to ideas if you got any. I've given them the financial records, which at least pointed the finger back at the Tremere of who actually signed right for this for the box. But we all know that the box is empty and why. And we're trying to kind of keep that from them while also maybe completing this contract. So my hope is that the box is enough. If we just deliver the box, empty or not, they leave us alone.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't tell us there was a thing in the box unless it's obviously open.
They did say
Don't
if we find
touch
the box,
just
don't
tell
touch
them.
it, even if it's
Well,
empty.
how is somebody supposed to carry a box
this
if they can't touch it?
I made a deal with the Tremere. What do you want from me? He took me into that tacky house, set me
Clear
down,
instructions.
gave us a contract, which we didn't really have a choice to sign, let's be real, because the prince told us at least the three of us, not the twos of you, have to help.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Reminds
good
me,
point. I
April
don't have
Bosley
to
swung
help.
by the other night. It's true. And you do have an official name.
Yeah, but they don't know that yet.
That's true.
So,
Okay.
I guess I say all of that because I need some ideas. They're specifically, for whatever reason, the Tremere, as usual, believe that the Ventru are in on this. And I'm trying to disprove that fact because so far the only thing that connects them is the fact that the Ventru also had a box on the same shipment that came into the same pier on the same shipping container.
Why don't we tell them that then?
I
It would
did.
be like
I
someone.
already did.
Okay. And nice try.
With that and the financials. The only other thing I've got, and I lean in real close, is we turn over Magpie. But that puts us at great risk.
Yeah, I really don't want to give Magpie
Oh, come
anything.
on. You can't say you're enjoying his company.
He's all right.
Oh.
The camera like
Very helpful.
focuses on Magpie in the background. You see him scratching his ass.
He's the worst.
I have definitely been around worse, smellier people.
My real thought, if we're talking about criminal activity, is maybe we can come up with a clever way of redirecting the guiltiness to somebody else.
Yeah.
Since it's just the three of us and Magpie, I had an idea, but it's not nice.
Okay. What's the idea?
Well, I told you I'm not entirely convinced that the Hakata aren't behind this. That we actually weren't set up by them to be on site with the rock in Elspeth's hand to have this to wake David up so that the Tremere couldn't get him. We could point fingers at their shop in Salem.
That might work. We go to Elspeth's sire and be like, tell us the skinny on.
Well,
or we could point fingers at Beetlejuice Bloodline. Like, do you know the details on that? If it's rare and you drop a name that's rare, they'll eat that up.
Well, I'm not sure how much the city, or at least the Camarilla, is aware of the fact that they're not just any Hakata. Do y'all know what that symbol on that box that David walked out of was?
No.
It's the
Well, yes.
It's the Cappadocian bloodline. It's one of the original long lost bloodlines before they all came together and became the Hakata. I don't know a lot about them, but what I can tell you is it is connected to David directly and potentially even his creation, because I can't even say siring.
Well, that's why I went to talk to Annika after the discussion with David and Elspeth.
And what did she say to you?
Nothing helpful.
As usual, she talks in as many riddles as David does most of the time.
I hate to say this, Janet, but we should keep that for when we're really desperate. Because if we start dropping the names of like Cappadocians and things that we don't really want them looking
You're
into,
right. No,
that could lead them straight to David.
No, you're right. And more importantly, it puts a bigger target on us. It's a little too early to be pointing fingers. I get you. I need to drip feed a little bit more. But help me here. What other information can I get him? What else can I spin?
I don't see spin.
Okay.
I think we need a bigger fish.
What do you mean?
You see where this is going, right? There's only so many layers of bullshit we can
I'm fully
smear
aware.
on this until they realize that the thing that was in the box is our new best friend, and then they put two and two together
I'm
and they
fully
come and they
aware.
cut our heads off.
I
I want to be backed by someone who knows what they're talking about when someone else with a very big sword and many, many muscles tries to take this half of me away from the other half.
I
Okay?
understand. I too would like to keep my head. That's why I'm trying to have this conversation.
Nah, I
And
could be
actually,
without it.
I actually
And we-
agree that putting
He just
some.
takes a drag. She's like smoking the filter at this point. She's like, I can do
I'm
without my head.
just trying to put some distance between us and the finality of what we know is coming, right? Because if I can
Yes.
drip feed truth, not lies, which I hear you, financials, true. Yeah?
Okay.
Ventru box on the same shipment, true. But has yet to point to us. It allows us enough space where we can say, we didn't know he was in a box. We just found him.
Dave in a box is
But we weren't there for the box that David came in. We were there for a different mission, and we completed it.
It's true.
I don't think that's
And
gonna
the
fly.
record shows.
I think if we're like, oh, but that box was just sitting there. It opened on its own. How honest, Sheriff.
Well, it did.
Before we panic, let me tell you what I already told the Tremere about that. That I had good information that a group of kindred showed up to retrieve a different box on the same shipment. And they saw the missing one and left with their delivery, which is not entirely untrue. In fact, every ounce of that is correct and honest. Because they asked for us to figure out the last known sighting of it. The last known sighting was a group of kindred who picked up a box for the Ventru off the same shipment and left.
We need friends with leverage.
I have
That's
friends
my
with leverage.
next-
The problem is that we can't tell any of them about this. I can't. I signed a contract with the Tremere that said I would talk to literally no one about it.
Then I'll go
Well,
make
you know
a deal
who we
with
can
someone.
talk to?
You know,
Who?
Well, Annika already knows, and she made it very clear to me that David is stolen property owned by her clan, in her words, and wouldn't provide me with any other information because she couldn't trust me because I'm a
Stolen from them?
Ravnos.
stolen from them.
That's what she claimed. She said David is stolen property of her clan. That is what the
Okay.
words that the lady used.
Okay, easy. Then we point the Tremere at the Hakata and the Hakata at the Tremere, and we sneak out the back door. That's it. We go somewhere safe, like a bar full of Bruja, and lay low until this all blows over.
Here's the thing. If David is carrying more than one kindred at him, he wasn't just stolen.
And David is
From
not
the
property
Hakata.
of someone.
No, I agree, but I like where your head's at. Let's keep walking that path. So she said that he originally, potentially thousands of years ago, was stolen from them, meaning the Tremere potentially stole it from the Hakata. But if he's got two other bloodlines in him as well, then potentially the Tremere have also stolen from two other groups of people.
What was it? My sire talked about nobles.
I got that. Let me go to Leon's page. Oh no, she's in the NPC. She was too important. I remember I gave her a whole section. Let's see, where did she go? Yeah, there was like a whole thing. We heard all about the circle and yes. Okay, yeah. Noble, new, and old. Okay, so if the Cappadocian bloodline is the old bloodline, what is noble and what is new?
There is something you know that you've pieced together. The other thing you haven't told them is that you've pieced together, and he got confirmation when he flew away from the weird voice, that his beast is the remnants of those who were inside of him.
Oh yeah, we.
And
haven't
there's
even got
one
into
that keeps
David's
the
problems
one
yet.
that's shown up because, oh my God, you didn't tell them that
No,
he went
we're
up
not
and let
going there yet, Mathis. I was saving it till the end. That is the least
forgot.
important piece of all of this.
He had a good time. What are you
David
talking
got
about?
laid.
Oh, damn.
Okay, well we can.
But there's a reason. Like, you'll get to it.
We
But
can
that
talk
part
about
of it
that
is like
later.
the,
David
that is
got a
connected to his
piece to the
beast.
point where we had to throw the
What?
pants away afterwards. Okay.
Actually,
You
when
don't
say
believe
that,
me?
And you look around,
They're
there's
in the
an area of
dumpster
about-
over there.
It's about a 10-foot area.
Oh, Betty's
that
gonna
not
go
only
check it
the
out.
dumpster, but everything is rotted and dead.
Did he find like a sexy rock lady?
What? No, he didn't have sex with a statue. He had sex with people too.
Two people.
And now there's a mesh
Not
of-
important. I wanted to stay on track. On track. So
David.
okay, so yes.
Maturing fast.
Your sire said noble, new, and old. And she said something about the fact he's gonna have to die because the loop requires death. Something about something about the healthcare provider always kills the patient. I don't know, but we do know that he's made from leftovers, from parts of something else. So it's not just the Hecata that's had something stolen. If we, in fact, can figure out the rest of what's in his blood, then we can get those allies that you're talking about. We can get those other people on our side.
What do you reckon that looked like?
What?
Like,
No, we're not doing this. No, I've already had to relive it. I had to make the boy new clothes when it was all done. He was very upset about it. He doesn't want to talk about it.
oh, is it not a good thing? I mean, the first time is not always the best.
No, it's not like that.
You know, it's
Hey,
tricky.
Leon, we don't need your life story. I think what happened.
Well, no one else has had bad sex before?
No, always good.
Oh, plenty.
Especially the first time I ever did it. It was just perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, no, we were talking about very serious things. Can we
Look, the point
Balloons were everywhere. He was very confused.
from my understanding, David, when he needed to feed, the beast took over. And when the beast took over, he learned that maybe one of these personalities, these kindreds of the past, are actually the beast inside him. They're still partially there in some way, and one of his beasts is exceptionally charismatic and sexually driven, and took a couple to bed.
I'm not one to stereotype.
Sure.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Would you like to enlighten the class?
Toreador.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Thank you for saying it.
I already said this. I'm so, maybe 7 days
Thank you,
apart
Betty,
was
for
what
just
we
being
all
like,
really needed.
Toreador.
Because I've missed the two of you. I think 7 days is what we needed. Okay, yes.
I'm actually watching Janet being able to release pressure
Yes,
right
the
now.
pressure
talking
of her
to the
being
two
like
of them.
somebody. Y'all have no idea
You
what she's
don't
been
understand.
carrying with these
The
other two.
conversations between David L and Janet is an exercise in Janet losing
And her
her mind
patience.
while David poetically describes things in a way that is
And Elspeth
nonsensical.
goes, okay. This is wonderful.
I'm like
this is great.
I'm like the same thing as David, just the opposite.
So
Yes.
I too thought Toreador. But here's the question, okay? If we're looking at the breakdown, noble, new, and old, is the Toreador
Sorry.
the noble class? One of the high clans? Are they really that new? Toreador have been around forever.
Well, maybe Hecata is new, right?
Well,
And then
but he's
Noble
not a new
is the sexy
Hecata.
ones.
He is old Cappadocian bloodline by thousands of years.
You never heard of a rebranding? Like you Marathon, Snickers, no one cares anymore. It's all the same thing, is what I'm saying. New, Hecata, done.
So here's the
Old.
other tricky thing. You see that dead spot over there?
European? Sorry, yeah, you go.
You see that dead spot? That's where he spilled his blood, isn't it? Before he
No,
flew away.
that's where Elle used her new ability for the first time, and she
okay.
tried
No,
to
you're
rot
right,
his
you're
clothes
right, you're
away.
right. So here's the other thing. Much like any kindred, David is slowly getting the hang of his abilities.
Okay.
One of the things he is assured of or feels connected to is some form of oblivion power. Tied to the shadows. I witnessed it as it creeped toward him after he spilled his fucking blood.
You mentioned that. That wasn't like a metaphor.
No.
I actually don't know anything about that.
No, it was very strange. I'll be honest. I tried to keep my cool because Elspeth panicked a little, being his keeper and all that. She felt like she needed to follow him. It was a whole thing. This is how we ended up in Bruja territory. I got her flirting with the bartender. It was all okay when it was done. But
She puked.
It was a good night. It was a proper girls' night. So it
wasn't just David getting laid.
No. David is the only one that got laid.
What if we aren't looking for multiple clans? What if these are all branches of the Cappadocians? Bear with me where my logic is going.
No, I'm listening intently.
Cardboard was talking about Atlantis and something similar to Lamia, and I think that's where I'm going.
He said,
Wait.
Lemuria is
What
he
did
said.
you just say? What did you just say?
She repeats it again.
Wait. I've heard that before.
Lamia? Yeah,
Lamia.
that's the clan that L is.
No. We didn't know. L found some weird thing in the library, a bunch of old Greek letters or something, and came out the other side talking about beware of Lamia.
Lamia. Isn't that like...
Oh, did she finally figure out what was on her ring?
Yes.
She did.
Books. Who would have thought?
Lamia is like a ancient Roman god or something.
I don't know. This is so outside my pay grade. You want to crunch some numbers? Fine. You want to make $1 million? I got you. I can't. I don't know anything about all of this clan bloodline bullshit. I just wanted to sell suits and make money through the mob.
No. I believe me. I'm right there with you, except for the mob bit. But this, like you said, maybe this red string stuff isn't us. I don't feel like, believe me, this has been extremely enlightening, and it kind of clears up what's happened, and it definitely clears up why you're like this. And sorry, no, I meant why you're in this state.
Thank you.
Can we just go out and crack some heads, or ask someone for a favor, or pay someone off? That's way more our style.
Do you understand? I'm not a thug. I don't bust heads.
Bust balls then. Let's do something.
What do you want to do? Go spill some blood? I told you there's a brouhaha bar. You can go get in a bar fight.
Don't tempt me.
Better yet, I'm in desperate need of a really good fatty liver. So if you want to go kill somebody and bring them back here, I would love their innards. You could solve that problem for me. Until then, I want to hear what Betty has to say. Betty, what is Lamia? Come on. I know, deep in that, all of that gray matter.
I might have mistaken. I think he said Lemuria.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Okay, so I thought I had a string, not a string, is what you're telling me?
Red string's not our forte.
But we should look into the Lamia thing. If for heaven's sake, you just said that she has a ring that says "Beware of the Lamia," and it's supposed to be something that awoken David.
I like. What if you're right? What if you're right that they're all various Cappadocian descendancies?
Well,
or
perhaps.
Or Hekata
Families.
descendancies, like the certain families that came together. I just don't know enough about them. And every time I ask Elspeth to spill the beans, she's either super quiet about it and real secretive like, or she says she doesn't know.
Well, she comes from that Annika lady. It's clear why. There's no question of why.
Well, at this point, I don't know how much more Annika's going to tell us because she's passed the torch. See, here's the thing. Annika used to be the ward. She passed the torch to Elspeth, which means before Elspeth, she was the one protecting the bloodline. Yeah, I maybe not my
Also,
choice.
why would you give it to such an infant? Seems futile. Like you're just waiting for somebody to take it over.
I completely agree with you, but Elspeth has to walk her own path, and who am I to say why she was chosen? What I can say is that one, I can't leave this city of Boston for at least another 45 days. Two, she passed a torch. If we're going to anybody for information, it's got to be Elspeth, and she's clueless. Bless her heart.
Well, maybe it's time to have a heart-to-heart with Elsbeth.
Well,
Okay. I
Oh,
no,
Leon's
it's
processing something.
yeah, Leon's
it's-
loading in the moment.
it's booting. There's something going on up there. I'm just feeling like we don't know about enough. The people we do know enough about when we do go to them. Sorry, I'm gonna.
They don't want to share. They're being quiet, but they're supposed to help us, right?
So we need to. Yes, thank you. Yes. So we need to find someone else. What about
Which of the yards?
yeah, the witch or whoever it is that you sold your brain to. Or we could just go out, find a
Well,
Toreador
who wants
and
to give
ask
up another
them.
memory?
I don't
Because
wanna
the
go find a
archivist
Toreador.
seems...
I'd rather.
They
stick-
love talking. Are you
I-
kidding me?
It's
They
not
do
the
love talking.
It's the ego.
You also have a
Yes.
friendly
Oh,
connection
but
in the
you-
Brewha.
We could go down. I mean, we
I'm
could
just saying
go
you
to
have,
the
you
south
do have
side.
some friendly connections.
We could go down to the south side. Cash
I
in
could
on
talk to
on-
Cardboard some more. He might have some linkage.
You think with this new information he'll give us something valuable?
I don't know.
I mean, look,
he's a-
Leon, if you're really looking for a bar fight, I'll take you down to Brewha territory. We'll go down to the Riot Axe. You can get a drink. You can flirt with the bartender. We'll make friends. But I don't know how much it's actually going to help us. You know what I mean?
And you have a more, I think, important pressing matter. No matter what you do this evening, tomorrow evening, you're supposed to be having the crate, which you're not supposed to have the crate. What do you do when you have the crate? Are you just going to tell the Tremere that you have the crate?
Yeah. Actually, better yet,
Kind of want to inspect the crate myself.
Oh yeah, I mean, if
Before
you're
giving
gonna,
it to
you
the
know,
yeah.
that is. I just want to make sure, like, I know we're way out in conspiracy land, but there is, like, as time passes in this evening,
Okay.
as the characters are talking, there
All
is
right.
the moment of like,
Yeah.
well,
Since-
tomorrow we're gonna meet with this archivist, and that means
Okay,
we
so
actually
since-
have to do
Well,
since
on the
we're-
front of the archivist, we can see what we want to do, but I think they're going to want something in return. So, what do you want to give them for the information you want? And what do we
I
want to
don't want any
ask?
information. I just want the box.
Should we?
Well, then, that is the plan, is it not?
As long
Yeah,
as it's the right
I've-
box.
I've got to set up your security system, so I'm going to be doing that tonight. Should we just put this on ice? Think about it. We don't have answers, right?
You're right.
And then we
you know
just
what? All right.
find the box.
Criminal
I'll
minds
hire
to
a
criminal
van
minds.
if there. Yeah, if there is a box.
What if
Put
I
it in
make
the
a
van.
phone call? I've got a burner.
There better be a box
What
if
if
they're
I
going
call
to
up
take
the
some
Tremere?
memory of mine.
And I'm honest about the fact that we have a connection potentially to pick the box up. We're not going to say it's the official box till like eyes are laid on it, but and the trade
As
is
soon
made.
as you say that, you know they're going to have someone following us about if they're not already.
I knew they were following us the moment that I walked in that shitty little house they got. So
rude.
I feel like maybe being it's tacky. Everything about it's tacky. Salem witch trials, fucking old wallpaper. It's tacky. If you're the Tremere, you can't use some of your magic to at least fix the wallpaper.
It's historical.
Oh, it's garbage. So, that being said, should I call him up and just be honest? It goes back to this, like, tell him the truth up to a point. Because I feel like all we're doing is breaking contract if I show up and we touch the box. I'd rather get the permission.
Well, I'm technically the one who's getting the box, and I have no connection to whatever agreement you made with them.
That's true,
Yeah,
but you're doing it to help us get it to them. That was the whole point.
Well, they don't know that.
Yeah, but if well, then maybe I shouldn't show up to do the deal. Maybe I should just be
No,
hands-off.
I don't think you should.
I'll go.
Oh God, you two in a box.
That's
again.
not a bad idea.
Whatever you do. But here's the thing. What are you going to do with it when you get the box? You're going to bring it to me, and then I'm still guilty. I still feel, in the end, I still have to give him a call and tell him we got the box.
Well,
Wait, did you-
calm down, Janet. You can say you had a connection, aka me and Leon, and we provided you with the box, and now you've got it, and they can come get it. Easy.
But the
Why are you
contract
making
said
it so hard?
not to touch it. If I find it, I was to call
Well,
them and
just
tell them
don't
it's been
touch it
found.
when we give it to you.
Nobody-
Don't put your little grubby hands on it.
Nobody is supposed to touch it.
Well, nobody that is part of your crew.
No.
You have nothing to do with me.
No, the contract said nobody, we are not to allow anybody to touch it. The moment we find it and locate it, we are to
You.
call them.
Yes, you.
No,
I'm
are
not convinced-
I
allowed
don't have to
anyone.
adhere to this agreement
No.
that
Yeah, I
you've
don't-
made with them.
I'm not sure
I
even
do,
how
though.
literal they were
If you
being.
touch it and I know, I've still broken contract.
Okay, well,
I'm
I
held
won't tell you I
liable.
touched it.
Like, are they going to dust for fingerprints? What's happening here?
If you move the box, somebody touched it. That is physics and logic.
Okay, well, don't tell them that you know anything
What if
until
I
I
just
bring.
call them
Just say
before
it.
anybody
Game
touches
up.
the fucking box and just tell them the truth?
You know what, Janet?
Well, then
you make
that
a
could
judgment
ruin
call
our
here.
chance of getting the box. That is my
But-
concern here.
We've still got the meeting. Oh, sorry, you still have the meeting. Janet, it's your phone. It's your phone call. You make the judgment call here. Either way, we're A, going to that meeting, and B, probably going to touch a box. So you might want to make peace with that.
And if you don't want to be guilty, don't touch it.
I'm not going. I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah.
But if y'all are going to touch it, it still makes me liable.
Okay.
I'll levitate it with my
Leon and
mind
I,
powers.
Leon,
Magpie?
you and I,
said-
we are not going to touch the box.
Okay.
Thank you. You're not going to touch it.
Agreed.
Why would I touch the
You're not
box?
going to touch it. Let me think about this. Is it better for me to call him before or after we get the box? What makes me more liable?
Liable? I don't know. I mean, do they want... this is actually a vibes question for you. Are they like, we want to micromanage every moment of your life until we get this box back in our hands? Or are they like, don't you dare tell us what is going on if it's not important? Because there might not be a box. And if
They said to her, the reason they don't want her to touch the box is because whatever is inside of it is exceptionally dangerous.
And we
there's-
already
there's
know.
no
we
way to
already
know.
touched it. We already have
They
it.
don't
So
know
we
that.
don't.
They
I'm
didn't
not
know
worried
that,
about
though.
touching the box.
I know you're not, but the Tremere, when they said this, did not know, don't know any
And
of this.
since I'm trying to keep up the guys, we don't know if it still makes me liable. Like I'm going to be guilty regardless. But
you
So-
know what? Just phone them and ask. We might have a box incoming. Is it okay if we get a crane and
that's
some...
what I said. Is it okay if we touch it to move it? That's what I'm saying. I feel like okay.
I think you already know what's in it, and no.
Well, of course I
You
do,
already
but I don't
know
want
the
them- I
answer.
don't
Why
want
would you
them to
ask
know that.
something you know the answer to?
They don't know.
They're going
I
to
know the
ruin it, and we're
answer.
not gonna
I am
get the
lying
box.
To them. I have to lie to
You're
them.
already lying to them, Janet. Obviously.
But then why would I
We've
stop
been lying to
doing it
them from the
now?
beginning.
Why would I stop now?
Exactly. Stop now.
I'm going to go
So then I need
put
to tell
some
them the truth.
keypads on some doors, I
Oh,
think.
goodness gracious.
I'm going to call them. I'm calling them.
Can I
No,
use-
don't
Can
call
I use
them
my powers
Janet.
on myself?
The problem
It's like
is,
wipe your mind.
I
Wipe my
brought
mind
you
of
in,
this
Betty,
last.
to find the box. You have found it. You don't even have to touch it. If I give them a call, and you go make the
Janet,
deal,
are you
they
not
can
listening
pick
to
it up.
me? If
Did Betty tell Janet you signed a contract in blood?
That's what I just said.
No.
You can still go and pick it up,
Okay.
but they can be the one. They can actually touch it, pick it up, and move it once you have claimed it. What I'm saying is, you don't have to touch it, but I do have to bring them in on the fact because in the end, the box still belongs to them.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Janet. I have signed a contract in blood, and so you have also signed a contract. Separate contracts. We both need to adhere to what we need. And if your people ruin my contract,
I agree.
well,
I agree 100%. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. If the Tremere fuck it up, they fuck it up, which is, I think, what I need to tell them. Like, we've made the contract has made the deal. We have to let the deal go through, and they can't fuck around with it. They can't mess it up.
this also doesn't help us, Janet. You want answers?
It does.
Or do you just want to make the Tremere
No,
happy?
I will get answers about David later. What I want is out of a contract with the Tremere so I can get them off my back and I don't have to worry about this anymore.
You're not curious if we missed something in regards to the box?
Of course I am. Am I curious
Well,
enough to
then
risk
we
our
have the
lives
ability to have
and
the
breaking a
box.
contract with the Tremere? Hell no.
Well, your contract is very ambiguous with them.
It's not. I signed it. I read it. It's not ambiguous. It was very
Well,
clear.
you're already lying to them, so it must be ambiguous enough to
so
allow.
far I have not technically lied to them. I gave them actual information.
Not telling all the facts is still a lie.
Nah, you and I can disagree on that front. Everything I've told them is the truth. Everything. This would only be
then you're
more
disagreeing
truth.
with yourself, Janet, because I did not share all the truth with you one time, and you told me that was lying to you.
As somebody not in the contract with Tremere, I ask that you just consider the fact that my life is at risk.
And I want you to consider that this archive also has my life on the line and my memories,
I
Janet.
don't know about your life, but your memory. One. I'll be happy to give up a memory if it means I get to keep my life. And it means that maybe we're off the hook long enough to find some level of security and resources, as Leon said, to secure a place where we don't have to worry about this anymore. But I'm not going to lie to them. I'm not going to touch the box. And I don't want to know who does. What my job is, based on the contract, is to tell them when the box is found. Not to move it.
But
not
it
to keep
hasn't
it.
been found.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
think.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. It hasn't been found yet. That's what I'm saying. We need to put eyes on it. You can finish the contract. And if you keep the box, then that's on you. But I will tell the Tremere who has it. If nothing else, because in the end, it's mine, Elspeth, and David's head on the line.
So much for we're all in it together then.
I say we're in it together. I'm trying to tell you, please, go make your deal. Give up your memory. Get the box. That, very grateful for. But in the end, the box needs to go back to where it's supposed to be.
And I didn't say it couldn't.
Great. So let me make a call and see if they want to pick it up so that you don't even have to worry about touching it.
And if you call them before we even know it's the box, it could potentially ruin the option of us getting the box.
Why?
You don't think they're going to go raiding that area?
I literally said the whole point is to make sure that we tell them they cannot fuck it up. If they go digging or bothering with it, what I am looking for is only permission to move it and touch it. And if they say no, can't do that, well then I will relay that information and ask them how they want me to handle it, considering the fact that somebody else has signed to gain access to it. Instead of pissing them off and guessing, just call and ask the question.
Well, you do what you need to, Janet. But if the repercussions fall on me, well...
They won't. They're going to fall on me. They're going to fall on me.
No, they won't. I'm the one who signed the contract to go look at the box to
And
begin
I'm the
with.
one that signed with Tremere, so we're both at risk for different reasons. Both of
But
our
you
heads are
could
on the
just
line.
wait. Like, simply just wait.
But waiting puts me at more risk. If I
Of
wait
what?
and
Giving
that
them
box
the
gets
box
touched,
they want?
if it gets touched, if it gets moved, if
Okay,
we don't
you
tell
don't
them
touch it?
the moment it is found, if we do not tell them, we have broken that contract. The request was to return
But it
the
hasn't
box.
been found.
Technically it has. Your friend's saying he's going to deliver it tomorrow, less than 24 hours. That's found to me. So what happens?
It could be a totally different box.
Again, I can be real about the fact we haven't laid eyes on it, and I cannot confirm it is the box we are looking for, but we think it will be. Honesty. Just be clear about the facts. Let them tell me
I am
what they
being
want me
clear
to.
about the facts too, Janet, and what
I'm
you just
saying
relayed to
Be
me.
clear about the facts to the Tremere so they can tell me what they want me
But
to do.
you're not understanding what I'm saying. It is fine. You do what you need to do,
understand.
Janet, as you always
You believe that the Tremere
do.
are going to interfere and fuck up the deal. I understand.
Yes, but I also don't think you need to tell them anything yet because you don't know for sure where the box is. That is what I'm trying to get through to you.
I believe I do because I need to ask how to handle the situation if the box is found.
Why don't you start there instead of telling them that you have found the box?
Literally what I said, that we might have
No,
found the
you
box,
told
that
them.
we are going
Yes,
to confirm
that is the part I'm
tomorrow.
telling you to take out of the
Why?
thing.
They're gonna ask me when, where, how do I know this information? Am I supposed to be like, oh, it came to me in a dream?
I imagine every
Oh,
once in a
goodness,
while, Leon's
Janet,
walking by,
that is
looking
not
over
what I'm
nervously,
saying.
scurrying quickly back.
How about
What
this,
I'm
Betty?
saying.
The thing I am best
Let
at
me
is
finish my
making-
sentence, Janet, for once. What I'm trying to say is call them, ask them if I do find information on where this box is, how do I move it for you? And if they tell you, well, call me, then tell them further information. But I think in this situation, you don't even know where the box is or if it's the right box.
Do you have a location for tomorrow night?
I'm not going to tell you.
That's fine. I don't need to know the location, Betty. It's a yes or no question.
Might.
Okay. So you have a location, you have a time, and a delivery person you're supposed to meet. That tells me
Potentially.
that this is more than just I might have a thing. How about this? I'm going to go do what I do best, which is make deals and handle it. And I'll come back and assure you that it's not going to fuck up your deal tomorrow night.
I assure you it will. But do as you need.
I will.
And I will prepare tomorrow to be, well, as chaotic as every day is.
I will go make a phone call.
Janet gets
Well.
up, I imagine.
Hopefully I see you again tomorrow, Leon.
Leon is walking by with some wires.
I love
Oh.
that Betty thinks I'm going to put her name in it and put them at risk. That is, Janet has never.
No, not my name. It's just like they're gonna show. They would 100% would show up if you tell them where it is.
I don't know where it is. How am I supposed to tell
I know.
them
That's why I'm
that?
not telling you.
Right, so what's the issue? Like, I don't understand. We're literally in agreement about what to say from start to finish. Don't give them too much
No,
information.
we're not.
Okay. Well, Janet's making a phone call anyways.
Janet
No,
gets
that's
up.
fine. Yeah.
Leon's walking by. He's got wires.
Mommy and Daddy stopped fighting yet.
Magpie like stops the talking, kind of push Magpie on, like not right now, not right now. And you continue setting up your security. The roll from earlier for security will suffice for that. Janet goes off, pulls out the burner phone, quickly dials the single number that is saved in the burner phone's contact list, and rings. Within 2 rings, phone is answered. Still the same voice as last time that picked up the phone. And you simply hear, Miss Janetti, wasn't expecting a phone call this evening. A pleasure.
I'm sure
How
you
can we
weren't.
help?
I need information.
We can do what we can. What can we do to support the investigation?
Is this his assistant or is this the actual guy?
It's the assistant, and it's the assistant that you
Yeah,
spoke
that's
to on
not
the
who I
phone
want to
last
talk
time.
to. I want to talk to him. How about this?
Understood.
I need
One
to talk
moment.
to him.
Understood. One moment, and they hit the mute button on their side. It's just you can't hear anything, and they can't hear you. After maybe 30 seconds to a minute, you would hear his voice on the other line. Miss Janetti?
I've got feelers out for your box. Say I was to locate it. How am I supposed to move it?
Just let me know where it is, and we'll send our people.
If it is found
Mhm.
and a deal has to be made, I can't have the Tremere showing up and messing it up.
I assure you, if the box is there, it is Tremere property, and we're simply taking back property that legally belongs to us.
So you do not want us to move it to a secure location?
If you know the exact location of
I
the
do
box,
not.
it's easy.
I told you I'm putting out feelers. How do you want me to handle moving the box I cannot touch?
Again, I would just say, once you know where it is, inform us of the location and we can send our people to pick it up and you won't have to touch it at all.
Okay.
Can we send any monetary support? Do you need any sort of supplies?
Yeah, I could use a cooler full, please.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Is this in a, and he kind of he drops his voice a little, an emergency?
Oh, no. But based on the last few days, it could be. So, the sooner the better.
I can have it to you by the end of the evening. I just didn't
Wonderful.
know if I needed somebody there within an hour or two.
No. I'm not hangry if that's what you're asking. I appreciate your time, and I will call you if I have more information.
No problem. And like I said, by end of the evening tonight, we'll have a delivery at your gate.
Thank you. You can leave it. Just leave it at the gate. Thank you.
You have a good evening, Miss Janetti.
You too.
And you just clack the phone shut.
What an asshole. I hate him so much. Janet walks back and she says, okay, the fact of the matter is, if it were to be located, they would want us to call them right away and they would pick it up. That's the information that I got. So
Assholes.
tomorrow night, maybe you confirm it's there, Betty, and then I can call and we can be completely out of the way and they come get it. When and if it is in fact the box. After
I
the
think
deal
we
is done.
can, just about deal with the with the timing stuff on that. It's gonna be hard, but
I mean, they drop it off. We don't touch it. Betty gives us a thumbs up. I make a phone call. We get the fuck out of Dodge.
hopefully it's not this guy's house. That would be awkward.
Well,
Anyway,
that's
Yeah.
not my problem. I'm just supposed to give the location.
yeah, I mean we can do that.
Thoughts,
Oh yeah,
Betty?
Maggie, you're muted. Hang on.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to-
I thought
have
she was
something.
quietly thinking this whole time.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. Where exactly is the place?
He gave you the exact address, 14 Summer Street. It's like at an intersection area.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
If you're looking at like what territory it's in, let me open the map real quick.
Ooh, yeah, the map. Oh, yeah, the map. I hope I did okay. I didn't give him too much information.
No, he doesn't know where to go.
No, I think that was fine.
That
Um,
was it. That she just needed the okay from teacher to be like, yes, just do it this way. Okay.
He would be in Nosferatu territory.
Like where the docks
Like
were?
somewhere around here.
Close to the docks.
Okay, 'cause
out
these
to the
were the
back
docks we
bay,
got in the
dockish
map? Okay.
area. I would
Oh,
say
back here.
like the suburb or like the living area is just behind the highway, like in there we go, in that area. It's right around there. I don't know if you're seeing the orange ring ping or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I leave the dealing of getting the box to you, Betty. You can give me a call. and
Well,
say
we'll
it's
see if
gotten,
it's
or
the
give us-
box.
Yeah. Once you
We're
confirm
looking
it.
for him.
You remember what it looks like, right? Okay.
Betty nods.
Okay.
I just was just like, no.
Betty's not going to say anything else because
Right.
she understands that Janet needs
Yeah,
to not.
the more
know.
you give me, the more liable I am. Okay, so
Yeah.
box tomorrow night. I got business cards made up. There's a landline. I hand her a card so she can call the landline at the quarry to be
Yep,
like
which is all hooked up now.
confirmation, not confirmation, whatever Betty feels like is the right move after box has been
Yep.
acquired. And then I can always call and oh my gosh, thank you, honey.
Future me, remind me that I will, if I am calling
No, I
that
got one,
line,
thank
I'm
you.
going to use a voice. I'm going to
Okay.
change my voice.
modulator.
Okay.
No, I
Are
mean,
you
I have
bringing-
abilities.
Oh,
Are you bringing anybody with you to tomorrow's meeting,
I
Betty?
think Leon is saying that he'll come with me.
Then, if there's nothing else we want to do, we can actually move to the next evening.
yeah. Janet's gonna try to not be part of whatever they're planning, so
Right.
I'm not liable.
Everybody go ahead and rouse check
Yeah,
me
I'm
for the
not going to say
following
anything
evening.
else. But
Yep.
maybe Leon and I should chat.
How many pieces? Like, how much food did they bring me in terms of hunger satiation?
They would have brought you 2 dots worth.
Perfect. Okay.
Ooh, now I'm hungry. Can we do a little food? Do a little food run before him.
How's Leon's hunger? You're muted. You're muted, Josh.
Is it 2?
2? Okay. Betty and you are both at 2. If you
Mhm.
both want to feed prior, you can. Just make your hunting rolls. We're not going to, we don't have to do too much about it. Just you only need to feed 1 point and bring yourself down to 1
Dex
anyway.
plus stealth, I think, is mine.
Yeah, I think that's what you do because you're a Sandman.
Yeah, I creep on people while they sleep.
And you honestly, with 1 point, Leon,
Ooh.
you could even just use Connor if you wanted to use your herd.
That seems like a pretty good roll. So
Oh, did you roll?
I rolled.
Yeah, Betty rolled. I don't see. Betty's fine. Betty. Can,
Oh, for me,
Yeah,
I totally forgot. I thought I wasn't even thinking about feeding. So
okay. I just assumed since Betty was feeding because she's at 2, you were going to feed as well. Because
that is a good idea. I
You
will
only get 1 dot anyway. So everybody,
use
bring, both
Connor
of
and
you
I'll
bring
go
yourself
down
down
to
to 1
1.
hunger. Fools you can be without killing somebody.
Mm, he's only a league player. He doesn't deserve to die.
So do you guys get back? Do you meet up at your? Would you have Betty rather meet up at your computer store the next evening? I imagine it's probably the first place you're gonna go. I mean, they did give you a time of like 1 a.m., but you're just gonna get together and probably head that way anyway.
Yep.
And so you make your way over to the address. And when you get there, as you're driving through, it's kind of a lot of one-story buildings, a couple of two-story apartment buildings, but lots of little shops and stuff and abandoned or just kind of for rent buildings that are sitting out that way. As you pop out of the car about a block out from where you're supposed to go, the smell of like the salt water in the ocean is not that far away. The bay is right by it, and the piers are not too far. And as you approach the 14 Summer Street, what you see is an old boarded up shoe repair shop that looks like it was probably opened initially in like the 50s or 60s, has long since been kind of closed down, at least for a good few years. And it's completely boarded up. When you get up to the front, the one thing that sticks out amongst the older store is that there is a intercom system that screams at least 2 years, maybe 3 years old, looks completely new compared to everything else. Betty, you know this is the address and that you were told to just come here with the business card. It's also one of those intercoms that have one of those like little black cameras at the very front of the very top of it. So it's like a little rectangular, a little square metallic box that's inlaid next to the door itself. Do you walk up to it, Betty, and do anything, or do you guys just like kind of stand in front? Yeah, you like
I just put the card in front, like right up in it. Like
you actually just without even word, almost like you knew this was what you were supposed to do, even though you've never been here. Betty just reaches in, Leon. You see her quietly just pull out a plastic business card, and she just holds it up to the camera for a few seconds without the intercom even turning on. You just hear the ka-chunk of a lock on the other side of the older door give way, and the door unlocks wordlessly.
Oh, it's like magic.
I like waddle my way in.
Yep, your door swings open. I assume you leave your shopping cart on the outside. And as you step in, Leon stepping in as well, like right behind, probably having to duck his head just a little bit because of just how tall he is. You walk in and it is a completely opened and abandoned, like I said, shoe repair shop. There's a few shelves that still sit nailed to the wall, but everything in the center of the store is gone. You can see where little things used to stand because the coloring on the floor is lighter than where the rest of it is over the course of time, just eroding away at it. But you actually see the back office room, a light that's on, unlike the light there is no light in this front room. And as you make your way back there, you would see the concrete floor that leads to a basement. And as you head down into the basement of this area, the basement actually has a hatch that has been built into the actual basement itself, much newer than the basement is. A metallic hatch that is actually open, and a ladder that you climb down, straight down, with every once in a while, like an emergency floodlight that is wired to the concrete wall that lights the way down, and it looks like it goes down far.
Have to go down there, do we?
I believe so.
Does Betty just kind of like, whatever, we're going in?
Betty goes.
Yep. And as you start making your way down the ladders, you would realize you go down about 4 levels or 4 floors.
Can someone sing a song while it happens?
As you get lower, the hum of electricity gets a little louder and louder. And when you get to the very bottom, you actually realize you're standing into the entrance of an old abandoned vault that was probably built here way early on in Boston's like settling and founding. And it's big enough to be a decently sized office room with no windows that lead anywhere. And there is where the door would be is completely missing, because as you step inside, you see sitting in a high back leather chair a kind of eccentric looking gentleman, and the desk he has is the vault door taken off of its hinges and made to be a desk that he is sitting behind. He's got very short but completely pitch white hair. And as you step in, you would actually notice that right around his eyes, the skin itself has rotted away. And you can see bits of his bones and eye sockets that peer through and round around his eyes, almost like rims of glasses that he doesn't wear. The tip of his nose is missing entirely, and the rest of him is sunken and corpse-like. Very clearly a Nosferatu. Betty steps in first, followed by Leon, of course. And as you step in, he would actually just tap the metallic desk, the old vault door, with his long pointed nail, and he just gives a very beaming smile and says, "You could put the business card right here."
Betty smiles with a just as big of a grin and places it very like keenly in that spot.
As you walk into, you would notice there is not enough room in here to keep the box. In fact, what's around is just little bits of stuff, lots of vials of blood lining the walls, with little symbols at the very base of the vials themselves, not English in any way, but something that none of you really recognize, along with lots of paperwork, a couple of binders of stuff, and little knickknacks and like little statuettes, seemingly a random collection of knickknacks that make seemingly no sense. As you slide it forward, you see him reach into his pocket and he pulls out a monocle that's missing its chain entirely. And he kind of wedges it into the sockets of the eye where the bone of the eye socket sticks out. And as he does, he pulls out the plastic card, checks it in the front, checks it in the back for about 2 seconds longer than he checked the front. The back has nothing on it as far as you're aware. Flips it back and then turns around and places it on a desk with a pile of other random shit. He's like, "Excellent. The crate will be delivered to you upstairs after this is complete. To ensure that you're getting the product you're asked for," he actually reaches out and pulls out a couple pictures. And he lays out the pictures in front of you, and they are exactly what you're looking for. Human-sized crate, that the Cappadocian symbol on it, that you are certain.
And these images are not like illusions or messed
No.
with.
No, you can like maybe you reach forward, touch them, mess with them, because you know how that shit works. And they're
she's like
solid. They're
twisting
very
it.
solid.
She's examining the paper.
Smell them, maybe.
Look,
Yeah.
I deal in illusions and chemistry stuff, so
Yeah, absolutely. And he says, "All needs be done is," and that's when he tips down behind his desk. You hear him clattering around for a bit before he slaps down an empty vial, similar to the vials you see lining the walls, and a leather-bound notebook, and a old pocket knife that is seen better days. And he lays that kind of to slap it on the table. He opens up his book. "I'm going to need you to just like, slit, bleed. I'm going to say some words that make no sense to you. And I'm going to have what our contract agreed upon." Yes, Leon? Does Leon like look around out of curiosity?
Leon is putting things together in his head, and he's just gonna like activate heightened senses and start sniffing the blood and reading the labels and stuff. But yeah, he's just looking around.
Yeah. As you do so, I won't even have you make a roll. It's little like glitches continue to kind of pop up for you when you see things that seem to make no sense. And as you look over to the vials, Leon, where the symbols are, even though each one is a different symbol on each vial, every once in a while you simply see numbers kind of run and then back to the symbol and then run and then back to the symbol. And as you kind of like look and tilt your head, you even see like the preface to a drive, like you would see like a G/ like a colon // and you start thinking almost hard drive-esque.
Memory. That's all he says.
So Leon looks around, and
Maggie,
he's like,
you.
I love that.
And actually, as he slaps on the table and says that, he's like, "Exactly, kiddo, memory." And he slides it forward. So he's like, "So if you don't mind, just doing what I said, drip a bit into that vial about," and he points to the ones, "same amount. I'm going to say some words. Bing, bang, boom, contract's done, and your product will be sitting upstairs waiting for you."
Betty puts out her dirty hand and
You slit.
inside her like shawl, she pulls out like a little pocket knife, cuts it.
And you're going
drips
to
the
bleed
blood on it.
yourself 1 hunger's worth of vitae.
Okay.
As he starts saying a bunch of ritualistic magic shit that makes no sense to either of you. And he's going to make a roll real quick. Okay. Not great, but enough to succeed at the very least. And as he's kind of mumbling, the air doesn't really change. No magical winds whip in and start blowing around anything. There's no strange smells. It's just the awkwardness of the thick blood dripping into the vial itself. And then when that's all said and done, just as he finishes his last bit of his chanting, your last bit of blood drips into the vial. After that, he closes the book. He quickly reaches forward and grabs it and corks the thing. And he then bites the tip of his index finger, paints a little symbol of blood on the glass itself, and then bites it again and oozes more out, and then seals the outside with his own vitae. That doesn't seem to fully coagulate, but does seem to dry up like a thick wax around it to keep it tight. And he kind of jiggles it around a little bit, and he just brings it to his nose. Perfect. Well, thank you. Then he quickly, nonchalantly plops it up there with the rest of the other vitae up there. And he says, you may exit the way you entered.
So Betty doesn't like feel anything. I thought I would.
You lost a point of vitae. You don't know. We will off camera figure out what memory you're going to lose. But yes, Betty would be aware that memory, like whatever memory we agree on during the ritual, all that you would realize is that memory kind of comes to the forefront of your mind for a minute. It doesn't feel like it's being pulled because, like you said,
am I losing it or
no,
or is it sharing?
You do not lose the memory. It is
it's
copied
sharing.
and shared. You're just aware of what memory is being copied over or whatever. We will discuss what that is privately, so that we can talk about it privately because we're nearing the end of the show anyway. But when that's done, like I said, other than you, the memory kind of comes forward, and you're like, "Huh? Oh yeah, I wonder why I'm thinking about that." And you piece two and two together. That's it. There's no draining effect other than having to bleed into the vial. It is just a copy of the memory, and then you still have the memory. It doesn't disappear. He says you can exit the way you leave. It'll be waiting for you upstairs. And kind of expects you to go. He very curtly.
Well, depending on the memory that he's taking, I maybe would have different reaction. But
I'm gonna say, all right. I don't want to. I can dictate the memory, but we can revisit it.
Didn't you say you were going to do a roll for whether it was new or old?
Highest or lowest, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do new or old. Absolutely. So we'll do 1 to 5 is new, 6 to 10 is old. I'm going to do a 1d10 roll. And we'll see if it's a newer one. If it's a newer one, it's more of a risk of it being a David reveal. If it's an older one, it's something personal that you can share with me. All right, let me roll the 1d10 just open. Okay, it's a newer memory. So it runs the risk of it being David. Why don't I roll another one? Let me roll a 1d10 again. 1 to 5, it is a David memory. 6 to 10, it is not. That's right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 5 and 5. Just making sure. I want to make sure I'm doing it completely even. If I had rolled more successes, I'd have more control over what he's taking, but I did not roll many. Okay, it is not a David memory, but it is a newer memory. So it can be something to do with Leon or Janet or something entirely not related to that. But it's not a David memory, so that is...
Make it a cardboard memory.
All right, hang on. I'll roll 1 to 10.
I hope it's the worst of cardboard
memories. If it's 1
memories.
to 5, it's a cardboard memory. If it's not, it's not. And then we'll figure it out off camera. 1 to 5, cardboard. It's not a cardboard memory either.
Damn, I was hoping for it.
That would have been great. All right, cool. So that, unless it's anything, is there anything in particular then that's not a David memory or whatever that would like stress you out to have him learn?
It would stress me out to have him learn.
Yeah, something that would have you react in a way in this moment that would, continue this. I just want to make sure we cover all the major things.
What is considered recent? Is recent like
anything within the
last 10 years? Is it in the
anything within the campaign? We'll say recent is within the campaign since the start of the campaign.
I don't know. Things don't really stress Betty out that much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe Janet stressing Betty out.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. Okay, so you would eventually leave.
I had a thought of what it is, but I don't want to share because
I have a thought of what it is too. If Janet would be okay with it, but that's
so
it's not up to you. It's
our real Lucid, the thing that really is
give me the thing that it could be a concern.
Magpie, not David.
Okay, I'll roll for Magpie real quick.
I see
Same
what you're
thing.
saying.
1 to 5 is magpie. 6 to 10 is not.
That was my thought. Is like, please don't take please not magpie. Please not magpie.
Okay, it's not magpie.
Okay. Whew. All right. What do you got? What do you got,
I feel like
Maggie?
you've rolled a lot of dice. It's probably not as bad. Stress me out.
Yeah, was there something else you were thinking about? Like you said, like Janet was thinking about something, and so were you.
I was thinking Janet stresses me out.
I mean,
So
you can take Janet stressing
Yeah.
out as the memory. That's totally fine.
I guess the other thing you could that you'd be worried about maybe is like no, I would say that wouldn't even matter.
I mean, if it's a super new memory, it could be something about like note of which of the yard. Is it giving somebody up? I don't know I don't know his purpose of keeping these memories and what kind of memories.
yeah,
he would be looking
I don't know
for,
what
so.
Do you ask him or do you just like you could ask him, but like yeah, I'll leave it at that. Or do you not care why he collects it?
That says it needs to be
I am
recessed or
curious.
alcohol.
Because remember, his assistant did say, like, for him, whether you believe the assistant or not, it would seem to be some weird recording of history that lacks bias, raw memories rather than biased novels. But we'll say for now, there's probably nothing that's going to elicit an immediate panic reaction out of Betty that seems to have come forward. We avoided the big concerns when it comes to potential reveals. And like I said, he sealed it with his blood. And if you were to look at the other vials, you would also notice they're all still sealed, seemingly.
What about the moment where Betty gets shot?
We can roll for that.
Ooh.
Same thing. 1 to 5 it is. 6 to 10 it's not. It's not. You're getting very good rolls on the. I've only rolled a 1 to 5 once. Well, we are running a little bit late. I want to kind of push this toward the end real quick. As you guys head upstairs, you would see in that open, empty room where you first walked in through. Now at the very center of it sits the crate that he was in. What is the plan from here?
Well done,
Well,
Betty.
I am curious why he's taking these memories for sure. But I know we're at a we're trying to.
And also you know where he is now. You could always revisit.
Yeah.
And we could always expand on this conversation in a flashback if need be.
I would like to examine, investigate this box.
You do like a wits awareness, opening it up and whatnot. It's empty. It doesn't seem to have any, like you touch it, it doesn't zap you or any of that stuff. It literally just seems like a crate, which is essentially what it was when you first found it.
Let's see. Where's the wits? There you go. Oh my gosh, that was a bad roll.
That's unfortunate.
I can re-roll
three of them, yeah.
3 of them, so.
Hey.
3 successes. You do an inspection, maybe checking to see, you check to make sure the paint isn't like new or that it's giving you a counterfeit crate or that it has any lingering weird essence on it with unseen, sense the unseen and using your auspex to kind of really
And it has
run
the
this thing
symbol
through.
that we're looking for. And
it has
everything.
the symbol you're looking
and the
for.
serial number.
It has the serial number printed on the side. It is exactly what you were looking for.
Excuse me.
All right, it appears to be what we're looking for. Shall we call in the cavalry?
Oh, you're muted.
You're
Josh.
muted.
I'll make contact with Betty.
Janet.
The other one. Janet.
So you got the landline. Janet, the
I
landline
hand him the
rings.
paper with the landline.
I'm sitting there waiting on the phone call.
You're probably there, yeah, exactly. You're sitting there and eventually you hear the ring of the landline. You quickly pick it up and it's Leon on the other end.
It's here.
Where?
I can see it.
You give
I'll
the
give
address?
you the address.
14 Summer.
Yep.
Is
Easy
it
14 Summer Street.
indoors, outdoors, easily accessible?
Indoors. Might have to let you in. I'll ask the host.
Thank you.
It'll be easily accessible.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure they don't need like the key card or the
No,
okay, cool, cool,
we'll
cool,
make
cool.
sure.
That's fine. Yeah.
The door will stay unlocked until like the product has left the building, essentially.
Well done, Leon. Well done, Betty. All right. I'm gonna make the phone call. I imagine they'll be there within 10 or 15 minutes. So get the fuck out.
Yep.
Okay.
When you make the call, the conversation is brief. You give them the address. They will go. They obviously go pick it up. But
okay, yeah. I tell them we received it exactly as it was given to us. It's been located. That's it.
Leon, you tell Betty they're going to be here in 10, 15 minutes. We should skedaddle. Do you both skedaddle?
Do you want to watch them
Yeah,
pick
okay.
it up?
I mean, you could linger back.
I do
want to
watch them pick it up from a distance.
Yes, you can
It's
linger
like
back.
the other
I imagine
box.
exactly. You wait 15 minutes or so in the car, and eventually you would see a tinted window SUV big enough to carry this thing. A couple of people that you do not recognize kind of pop out, walk in. You see them carry it out, slide it in, slam the trunk shut, and drive off. After as soon as they start driving off, within seconds, we cut to Janet. That says that your burner phone rings.
Oh, okay.
As you answer, you simply hear the gentleman on the other side, not his assistant, actually him, say, "Confirmation on package pickup, Miss Janetti. This went much quicker than expected, and I appreciate the effortless and smooth transaction history that we had.
Yeah, it was great. Is
Consider
our
your
deal done?
As I say, consider your boon owed to the Tremere complete.
Thank you for doing business with Janet Janetti.
Thank you. Your help was invaluable to finding what we need.
I hope you enjoy your box.
We will. I assure you.
Hang
Yep,
up.
you
And
hang up.
I probably met her under my breath. Oh, thank you, Betty. Yeah, like there's just this moment of like, yeah, you found the box. Thank you. Okay, great.
For all the
Yep.
damn it Bettys to
Yeah, all
the
to the thank you, Betty. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any scenes you guys want to have, but as you know, Betty and Leon arrive back to Janet. You confirm with each other the Tremere, they made their call. They've gotten it. Is there any conversation you want to have, or is this just like a sigh of relief?
The first thing
And
they
cut.
get out, I'm all claps. Well done. Contract's over. Bonus finished. Tremere have their box. Nobody's in trouble. I could almost say with a surety that we might have actually done it. Thank you, Betty.
Good.
And Leon.
Well, I wouldn't be so thankful.
Why not?
The box is empty, Janet.
Oh, well, yeah, but my boon is done. Having to look for David is finished. Now we just have to figure out how to hide him from everybody else.
They
looking
claimed
for him.
it. They
Yeah.
told you that your boon is completed. Very nice.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Betty. I bought you 2 bottles of alcohol as a thank you. They're right over there on the table. You can take them with you.
Betty's already
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
gonna
it's like,
open one
I
of
know,
them.
yeah, I know. So I just got a fresh liver from last night. I thought I'd sit down and have a bite to eat. Would you like to share some company? If not, maybe we go to the bar like Leon wanted.
Yeah. I'm not going to piss on your parade. Let's go to a bar
what
or
parade?
something.
Why would we be?
Oh, you
missing?
seem really happy. This is a good thing.
It is a good thing. I'm out of a boon with the Tremere.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, great.
Let's enjoy the
I
evening.
Would, okay, awesome. I'm gonna need to change shoes. Their floors are disgusting. I'm
So
not wearing
Leon
the
just
red bottoms.
openly
As she goes to like as she
Janet will
goes
step away.
to get ready, Betty's like chugging the bottle and she's like,
Well, I read between the lines there.
Yeah,
What
we're
bad
kinda
news
fucked,
are you
aren't we?
bringing?
Yeah, no, let's. I think we should just enjoy the evening. That wasn't sarcasm. We'll just wait until the other shoe drops.
Well, and it will.
Bigger
Magpie
fish.
shows up. What shoe? Are we done setting up?
Magpie. I've missed you.
What do you mean? You guys just went
Yeah.
and ran an errand. I was setting up the cameras like you told me to.
But you're not dead. Come here.
What happened?
Hug
what do
me.
you mean I'm not dead?
Hug me.
You told me.
Hug me.
He
Oh,
does hug
Magpie.
you and he gives you a hug. Janet, you're walking out to be hearing Leon say, "Oh, Magpie, hug me."
Ugh.
And Magpie's hugging him, just being like, "What happened? I thought you said you'd keep me safe. I thought you said nothing would go wrong if I just appeased Miss Janetti." And you're hugging him.
Everybody get in the car. We're gonna go get a drink, a beer. Magpie needs like something real strong.
What happened? What do you mean? Why?
Nothing
Why are you happy
happened.
I'm alive?
Just get in the car.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hold it together. You can cry
Betty,
after.
you want to
We can
bring your
cry
cart?
after.
Got room in the
"Oh yeah,
trunk.
Betty will skitter along, because she's probably gonna sleep somewhere near the bar or around there after.
And as you make your way into the car, we see Magpie step in with a single tear welling up in his eyes as he tries to keep his shit together. The door shuts and the car drives off. And as the gravel kicks under the dirt, we fade to black, and we'll return next time.
And y'all get to go check out the Riot Act and meet our Brewha friends.
Yeah. And our territory, close to it.
Yeah, that
Love
too.
it.
Very close.
Thank you all.
Yeah, fun day.
That's it for us. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys for being here. We've got, if you want after shows, head to Patreon for that stuff. We will be back sooner rather than later. I don't know if there's anything else I need to be pitching or saying, but we appreciate you. We love you.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye, gang.
Bye.